goes out to you, you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you. This goes out to you. This goes out to
Hello world. Yeah, I've been there before. On the edge of the ledge. Eyes focused on floor. I've grown a lot since then. Lost love and found more. Trying to be a better me. Quit smoking Newport.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back, Jeff Shears Show. The one and only Jeff Shears here, Negro with the glasses, back on a nice sunny after rain Sunday afternoon. Let me introduce the room like I always do. Truth, thank you for being here.
Always. I don't know if that was rain. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like a little
It was some type of
tsunami.
rain. Yeah.
Like when you got rain going 5 different type of ways, you know that was an unplanned, unplanned weather warning or drought, flood, whatever the fuck that shit was.
All I know is my fucking windows, the curtains started sucking in, and shit got dark. It was sunny as hell outside. I was like, oh, think a boom. And then it was just raining and it stopped. But I'll take it because it's sunny and it's nice outside. You can't tell it rained except for the place that
Real
it
talk,
puddled.
certain places-
Except that it puddled, you wouldn't
Yeah.
even know.
Like, damn, somebody spilled something?
Yeah, exactly. Like, is the truck leaking? What the fuck? But I'll take it as it comes, man. I'm enjoy this weather, man. That's one thing
Real
I
talk,
definitely
real
got to
talk.
do. Definitely get out the house more and enjoy this weather while we still have it, man, because it probably won't be here too long knowing this wacky-ass world or winter come early
We're
or
going
some
to get
shit.
it pretty consistent, though. I think we're
I
going
hope.
to be...
Knock
we
on
gonna be
wood, nigga. Knock on wood, nigga. You know
I
how
think we
winter
gonna
be
get,
here in
swamp.
August, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, next year I think we're going to get a hot one.
I
mean,
hope-
we already got like 5 days of 90-degree plus.
I mean, yeah, it did hit 94, so I was like,
And
oh,
we were
shit.
just in June, and usually June, they usually creep. You know what I mean? They give us a little creep. All right, we're going to be nice to you, shit like that. It was like, nah, we're just gonna hit you all year, all summer long.
I was dressed up for work, nigga, and my balls were super sweaty, nigga. Those shits was just...
They was like, maybe I'll put my dress
Yeah.
pants on when I get to work.
Yeah, my
Go a
girl
little
was...
extra.
She definitely would have thought, who you fucking? Nigga, I was like, I don't know, but I wasn't even there. My shit's just wet. All right. We're going to get into some shit today. Some good things, some bad things, some things that I saw over the week, some things that hit us, some things I think you should know about. Let's kick it off like we always do, unfortunately now.
Yeah, every
Good
week.
old DR. Oh, man.
Not letting us down again.
After another death that has just occurred this week, or they're relating to it, gentleman went there for a trip. I forget his name. I don't have it in front of me. Please excuse me. Went there, had a good time for a week, got violently ill on his last day, and it kicked him off the plane because he threw up and was sweating all like a fever. Went to the hospital in San Domingo, and you know the good old story. Gone. I think they're saying there's a teenage girl who went there on vacation, and she has now have some hypoglycemic something with she's not the process whatever. I totally forgot. I don't even want to bullshit to see what it is, but the parents said she has never had this disease or dysfunctions or anything at all. It magically occurred while she was in DR. Just happened there. Child is 16. I mean, I don't know if she snuck. I'll keep it to my alcohol theory. I don't know if she snuck and drunk some alcohol because it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, oh, a little mini bottle. Let me see what rum tastes like.
That's the
or whatever.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
the common thing. They go to the minibar,
Right.
And again, I'm saying, like, how are you not drunk before you go to your room to where
this is
you
a kid.
gotta sit there and drink some
in
more
her
shit?
extent, this is a kid. So you know you're not going to be at the bar. They may do the right thing and check.
Shit, she need to come back to the motherfucking 90s, but we got bitches drunk. We ain't get you tipsy, bitch. We got you drunk.
Nah, man. She's 16. But she now has that. She's in the hospital over there. So it pops up to here. So now they're reporting at least 12 Americans have died while visiting the country in the last year. For the time being. And this has now taking a massive effect on public tourism in the Dominican Republic. A 74.3% drop in
Damn.
books for the months of July and August. So what we say? Hit them in the pockets. We were just talking about this.
Just hit them in the pockets. That's how
last
motherfuckers start to pay
episodes.
attention.
Motherfuckers is not trying to go and drink the wrong alcohol or eat the wrong shit or, fuck the wrong bitch raw and catch the new shit. or they're not making it back. It's let me see what else they say in this article. Meanwhile, the number of trips
I think the
canceled.
gentleman's name was Joseph Allen.
The black guy.
Right.
Okay.
And they were saying that he worked out
Was it
with
Joseph
a trainer.
Allen? No,
It was his
another-
brother or something. Oh, God, I'm trying to get his name. But they say he was a 55-year-old Jersey man. He worked out with a trainer. So he worked out a lot. And here's my thing when I tell people as far as this working out with a trainer situation.
Yeah.
That don't mean you healthy. Like, you got these
No,
guys
not
that
at
are
all.
big as
Yeah.
hell. Don't mean
Yeah.
hell, but, you know, usually trainers will really give you some nice little cardio or whatever. So I would say working with a trainer will get you a lot more healthier. So, you know, for them to say, oh, well, you know, he was a big guy. He was 55. That could have been nah.
Yeah.
You know, they got receipts and shit. You know, my man was trying to, you know, extend his life, doing some, you know,
Right.
Healthy.
Right. One simple
Long
week should
life,
have not
yeah.
taken motherfucker out.
But like I
Especially
said,
if he
these-
came down there with all
Why
this
you
shit.
still fucking with the mini bar anyway? But you said it all. Now these niggas dropped off 73%.
Yeah, 74.3
That's a lot of money.
since for the months of July and August. So people just dropped. The number of trips canceled to the country has also increased by 51.2% between the dates of June 1st and June 19th.
Wow.
That was on the day, and it spiked on the day that the 53-year-old woman, Layla Cox, who we spoke about too, died at the Punta Cana Resort. That was the lady from Staten Island who was the mom, who
Right.
the son said she was healthy, but then she automatically had a magical heart attack on the trip, and she was cool. Right after that, I guess that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And he was like, yo, cancel. We got insurance? Cancel that motherfucker. We not going.
But again, we're looking at something now to where it's affecting not just people of color. Now it's messing with all races. And when I mean all races, that means white people included. So
Everybody.
Now
Everybody.
it's hitting everyone. So we know it's not just hitting certain people, certain cultures.
Yeah.
No, niggas is going down there rocking out. And it's been a party spot for about 40 years now.
Oh, for a long time.
For about
A long
40 years now, people have been, women go there to get the surgeries. Men go there to chill with the nice little women. You know what I mean? They're exotic. They got those deep accents. Their bodies is tight.
It's cheap.
They trying to get papers, nigga. We
It-
already
it-
said.
oh, yeah, we know what they doing.
1,000 American dollars is over 50,000 pesos down there. Nigga, I'm balling, nigga. What? Nigga, I'm throwing coins and everything and shit. But it just, you know, it's a great opportunity where people can go, because a lot of people stop going to Jamaica. They stop going to the Caribbean.
Well, see, the funny thing is, or those parts of the Caribbean,
Right.
Because it's more expensive. I get the same view. I got clear water. You know what I'm saying? I get the same lobsters.
Right.
I get the same shell. Whatever you want to
And I'm
eat.
saving 500.
Right. I can go fishing, swimming with the dolphins. I can go catch the sharks. Whatever the hell you want to
See
do.
straight down through the water.
Right. You know,
And
all
I can
that stuff
save
is
that
cheap.
much money.
All
And that's
that
what I
stuff is
said.
cheap.
Like, I'm kind of steering away from them to where they're being set up. Because I was telling Michelle, we had a conversation. We saw
Yeah.
that someone else had passed away, and I was like, "Fuck."
Another
I
one?
know Jeff talking about this shit on Sunday, but it was just like,
like,
it's just
damn.
kind of funny to me that, you know, they started their stock has started going up. More and more people's going, because remember I said back in the days, either women went there for one thing, men went there for one thing, but it never was a couples retreat.
Right.
The Bahamas, shit like that, was a couples retreat.
Well, they had
Dubai and shit. Now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, the last 6, 7, 8 years,
Yeah.
it's become a couples retreat now.
Yeah.
Now you start hitting all these other locations, pockets.
But they figured, I mean, I can't get mad. They figured a way to make the course cut and we'll build up, make the hotels more family friendly, make them couple friendly,
Smart business.
move the prostitutes down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, bitch,
the
you know you wasn't
drop
supposed to
man.
pass 51st.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
pass 51st, we don't play that shit. All right? You
Yeah.
fucking money up.
Yeah, you know what it is, right? And everybody saw a way they can make more money and eat. So that's when you see it. You see more couples go there. Yeah, we're gonna take a couples trip. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and it probably cost them $600. for a whole week.
But
for
$600
two.
left. You're damn skipping.
You
it.
know that?
That's
It
the
was
person
like,
Michelle
yo.
said, "Oh, in November for my birthday, I want to go to DR." It's like both of us airfare included.
Oh, nigga, you about to get this shit for
These niggas
75.
gonna pack it.
All you gotta do is hold out.
These niggas gonna come pack your bags for you and everything, and it's $20 for the whole week.
Like, yo, we come and get you.
Yeah,
Don't worry
you know
about
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, does sound pretty cool, but with all that shit, you thinking, twice about it. But
Well, here's the
It's-
main, not to cut you off. Here's
Yeah.
the main reason. This is our working theory. I'm saying the alcohol because that's the one thing I know everybody has in common with these all-inclusive resorts.
fuck
If it
up.
ain't the alcohol, you're going to have to burn that bitch. You're going to have to hit that nigga with one of them big-ass bombs the U.S. government got because we don't know what the fuck it is. If it's some biohazard that flips on everybody, oh shit, you got to light it up. You know what I mean? How do you clean and do that when the own country has said the hospitals ain't up to standard? So that means you got to fly in the CDCs and all the other world, you know what I'm saying, to come in and try to clean up some mess because it's affecting everybody. Imagine the motherfuckers. We just check on the people from U.S.
Right.
We don't know
Worldwide.
nothing about the motherfuckers in Europe that
Yeah.
then died out there.
That is true.
You get what I'm saying? They ain't say nothing about, Charles the Winthrop III then died when he went out there.
Bosworth
Exactly.
didn't drop dead, y'all.
Right.
He went ham on that mini bar. It was over.
Right. And it's
I just
sad.
don't- I don't see from like even Donald Trump, you know what I mean, as a good business minded person would really fucked up their fucking money train like that. Like there are very, very few people, I would say a point percentile.
Yeah.
Fuck that 1%. I'm talking about that 0.00% motherfuckers that are that fucking greedy.
Yeah.
That they will go to this lengths to save money. And again, this is a country that is starving for every single penny they can get. Now, it may look like the greatest of countries when you're on that resort, but once you wander off that resort,
yeah.
you start to see the destitute of the situations and
It's the reality.
reality of
Yeah.
like this ain't a rich fucking country,
No.
but this is what helps us survive on the level that we are surviving on already.
I was just thinking about, I was like, if you don't know geography, Haiti is on the same island. The other half.
That should get hit every other day.
And motherfucker, you thought DR was poor. Nigga, that's it. Why wouldn't they seize this advantage? I don't know if they could, should. It's a sad time. They got the same views. They see the same sharks. They get the same crabs. You get what I'm saying? The country has been desolated, especially after the tsunami that came there. But if they can pull some outside funding, hey, Trump Plaza, I'm going to let you build this motherfucker here. We ain't got that alcohol problem because they ain't want to deliver to us darkies. You get what I'm saying? That's it, I'm going to let Trump, his daughter, smooth shit through. We're going to get that fresh alcohol. Just going off our theory. You get what I'm saying? We kick you back, you kick us back. I'm just saying.
A percentage.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
I don't know.
from that standpoint, I think they're a little too close to niggas.
Oh, ain't nothing but niggas in
Yeah,
there.
you know what I'm saying? Like, DR, okay, they dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the culture, but
Look
that's
at that
how,
dark-skinned Puerto
because I
Ricans.
had conversations with white people, and, I'm not saying they're racist, they're just realist. This is how they view Dominicans. You know what I mean? They don't speak English, speak a different language.
Right.
They're a different country.
Right.
So they don't, even though they're, darker complexion, and shit, nowadays you got a lot more light-skinned Dominicans than anything. But you don't see that black situation like them. Like, I remember back in days where they did bingo and the traveling shit.
Yeah.
Where Richard Pryor said he was an Indian because he didn't want to get hit
Oh, I
with
get
all
you.
the racial stereotypes and shit.
The baseball thing.
Right, the
Yes,
baseball
yes,
thing.
yes,
So
yes, yes, yes.
if you can separate yourself from black, and somebody, I forgot who it was, but it was a black man, it was from Africa, and he said, the world that have you thinking Africa is just this shithole.
Right. Right.
And it's not, but this is all they're going to show you.
But it's the same way with like India too. Just
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
bring it up, you know,
Yeah.
everybody thinks, oh, are they
It's
everybody
the
living in
big
slums?
shithole. It's not.
It's like, nah, nigga, that's that part.
Right.
Over here.
Majority of the country, Africa, this is where they get on. You wouldn't have a fucking cell phone, Pixel 3 and shit if it wasn't for Africa. Africa has the most country of raw material elements
Yes.
that we survive off of.
Yes. And
But
everybody goes there.
Everybody
China,
goes there.
What's in there? Everybody goes
Niggas
there.
got together. Russia, you gonna take over this shit. I'm gonna take over that. And every time the country say, y'all niggas get the fuck out, oh, y'all wanna get together and bomb them and war them and say genocide and shit.
Right. So, but so to my point, I get it. But this is what I'm saying. Haiti has been poverty stricken, weather torn,
Right.
where they can't even build it up. Remember the whole shit with
man.
Wyclef
Yeah,
and
every other day.
trying to do it, fighting the president to bring his own water there to take care of his people.
No, he did though. I will always give that man credit. This man
no,
got
no,
a
hands
plane
down. No, hands
and
down.
brought supplies. Fuck money. He
Nah,
brought supplies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because what the fuck you gonna do with money? You need the
But
supplies.
that's what all
my nigga.
motherfuckers ask for. They ask for money. Like
Because you know it don't trickle down. That's it.
Louisiana Red Cross. You know, he's still waiting for the money back. But it's
Right.
just more lines of like, resources. But I think again, most of the Haitians are more worried about getting to the United States.
Look, I fuck with you. You ain't got to stay on the island. But I'm just saying, even the DRs, the resorts done built this shit up, but the motherfuckers ready to get off the island too. Don't get it twisted. You get what I'm saying? You ain't going to completely bring the economy back in one day. Right. But this is your start of, self-preservation, self-sufficiency, something. You get what I'm saying? Make that deal. Let them build on this side. You get what I'm saying? And if now should not be the easiest time to go tell those same billionaire owners, how y'all fucking up over there? I'm going to cut you out 32 acres right on the beach. All you got to do, I'll give you the best Haitian motherfuckers I can give you. You get what I'm saying? We'll give you some nice workers. We'll do the same shit. Nobody can leave off the premises, but we'll give them a boat ride to... They want to go to the Dolphins. We'll set the whole same shit up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They not going to walk into the town where they see the dilapidated shit, just like they over there. You don't walk in and see your dilapidated shit. You know what I mean?
You're not going off that boat. Well, and to be honest, you're not. You're there for vacation. You worried about the beaches, the food. And this is why I say I don't really think it's a environmental thing because the people, it's hitting such a small percentile. Like for it to be...
Right.
Biological shit, it'll hit like a good 18, 19, 20%.
Oh, yeah.
This
hands
isn't even
down.
nowhere near. It's the amount of people that go to DR. It's not even like close to 5% of the people that are actually passing away from it.
Right.
But it's just more lines of, I think people are trying to get people to come back to Jamaica, come back to the Bahamas, come back to this and come back to that.
I think so, too. I don't think it's them, killing the people, then we just gonna kill about 12
Them niggas being
and
set
let
up.
them niggas know.
They
Yeah,
being set up.
I think they're using the media to force their own image. Well, that's what you buy what you pay, what you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? You want to pay $600? That's what $600 get you. $1,600 get you.
Yeah.
You get to fly home. You know what I mean? Shit
But
like
to me,
that.
it's like my thing is this: these stories have been happening for about 7-8 months now.
yeah,
Why are you still drinking at the fucking minibar?
that's all working theory.
Just saying, real talk. Like God forbid, prayers of everything and condolences to the gentleman just passed away from New Jersey, but this just happened to you. So why are you drinking out of the minibar, homie? I don't care what these niggas is telling you. Nah, don't listen to what people saying.
You know what
it's
it is?
not true.
It's back to your theory that you were saying last time, and I just think we got to plug that fucking camera in. I just saw the light flick. What I was gonna say is back to your theory last time. Now is the perfect time to go because you think they cleaned it. But like I said, if it goes with our theory of if it was a main area, in a main distribution quarter, he doesn't know where all those bottles went. You can't track that shit down. Once you track it down, it's ridiculous. It's affected everywhere. It's affected everywhere. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna get that shit by, but
No, I seriously think it's the whole, I think they're being set up. Things are, people out there playing, doing something, people getting against them. But again, man, at the end of the day, I'm not drinking from that motherfucking mini bar.
But
Nigga,
that's
I'm
what
gonna drink all those motherfucking blue Hawaiians with the pineapples and
that's
shit.
what
in
I
them.
said too. I'm going over there. I'm sober as a motherfucker all day. I'm sitting there like, woo, this water I brought from home is great, nigga.
Nah, ain't nobody fucking dying from the
Nigga.
little bar shits they got.
I am
Them niggas is
boiling.
dying from the mini bar in the hotel room.
I'm boiling everything. And they be like, yo, this nigga ordered a Long Island and boiled that bitch on a hot plate. Then
Nigga,
put
I
that
said-
shit back in.
I said I need more ice, nigga. The fuck I'm gonna do with this one bag of ice? This shit hot.
Like, yo, these niggas, they eat no food. They just drunk. Like, yeah, water. Like, I don't know. It's a dangerous thing, man. It is a dangerous and scary thing. People can start to consider what is going on, what is trying to happen. I don't know. I really don't know what to think. But now their fears have been confirmed. It has affected the tourism drought. If they're expecting a bad July, they're expecting a bad August, what they're going to do? That fucks up the rest of the money for the rest of the year.
Absolutely.
If they don't get a handle on this shit to say, yo, it was Jose and them niggas. It was the same nigga who shot Big Poppy. You know what I mean? It was his whole setup. If you can't find somebody to blame and where we can just be like, all right, cool, is it safe to go back? Y'all burnt all the bullshit. Then motherfuckers ain't gonna go.
I think somebody set them up from the get go. Like I said, my theory, I think they're a very, like I said, no one's that fucking greedy to where you would
Yeah, they are.
destitute every aspect of it. Because we're not talking about,
they are.
all right, I'm not saying that there are some, but I said the percentage of that, like where you say, all right, well, listen, I want to make an extra 10 mil, so I'm gonna do this. Like, I think it's like a little different from the car companies and shit. All right,
But you know what it is? And even with the car companies, it goes back to my theory again. They didn't do it to say we can affect 10,000 people. They just said, oh, it's only 50 bottles. You know what I mean? Or whatever the hell it was, whatever small amount it is. But you don't realize those shits have domino effects.
absolutely.
And they're doing it to things that they can't track. Only going off of our theory here of alcohol. Once you put that bottle inside
Seal it
the
up.
other bottle, it's like 10 in a rack. And then the box got like 50 racks in it. And if you did half, you don't know which 25s are yours or
At
not.
all.
Because you ain't marking them bitches. They're
At
like, yo,
all.
nigga, why I got this bottle with X on it? Should I drink this? I don't know. No.
That mean that's the one you drink first. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly.
Like, nah.
Just down it, nigga. Don't even taste it. Just down it. It's now them shit spread everywhere. So like, if somebody opens a box and they split half the box with one building A, building B, you get what I'm saying? Oh shit, there go Black Mike. There go White Stacy. There go, you know what I mean? And it's gonna hit like little by little, whilst the rooms were being rented and people were drinking it.
All right, so do you think, it's like with the NFL, just
Yeah.
put it this analogy real quick. For a long time, every NFL stadium only used Coke products.
Right.
And then out of the blue, the Cowboys owner switched to Pepsi.
Okay.
He was the only one. And it was a big stink about it. Because, hey, if we buy bulk, all these stadiums will get a better deal. So instead of saying, I need 20,000 cases for Wembley Stadium, you
Right.
know what I mean? I need 20 million cases, and we're going to spread the deliveries out to go over here. Now, my analogy there is, okay, we got Trump over there. We got a couple of other Hilton, different hotels. So this isn't just happening at the Hilton. It's just
Right.
not happening at Trump. It's happening at every single one.
Right, but that's why I said it's just a distributor. So it's that one guy. So meaning in your
So I was
analogy,
saying, will
if
all
Coke,
of them use this? All of them using? That's what I'm saying. Are all of them using the same
Distributor.
exact distributor?
and that's what I said. I don't know how many distributors are on that island. Usually, when an island chain comes like that, you have one king distributor. You may have a few up and comers, but it's usually one head guy. Jeff owns 99% of these motherfuckers.
Well, you
if
could
he
be
ain't in
right.
a building,
Like I said,
he know what motherfucker
It
in the
is a
building.
different country, and their country like, well, we only allow this person to deliver.
It's just like the
over
Coke
here.
deal. And then here comes an up and comer. he got to get one hotel. He gonna take the short because he needs to put his foot in.
Yeah,
right?
you got to get
So
some
he
money
gonna be like,
coming
look,
in.
nigga, I'm gonna give you this shit for free. And now you like, yeah, we all switching to Pepsi or whatever the fucking deal because you know the fucking Dallas guy got a deal on that bitch.
Did he?
You know what I
He
mean?
was the first one that now, like,
And
a lot
right,
of
but
other
now
stadiums
everybody
have
Pepsi
switched
in
to
the whole
Pepsi.
fucking
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. But when you take that short coming, that's what I'm saying. Usually in those islands, like even like Puerto Rico, and that's more U.S. territory governed.
It is US.
You know what I mean? But they have one main distributor, one big guy. You get what I'm saying? Like everything run through this.
That's it.
Like, okay, y'all niggas may be eating over here, but that y'all ain't gonna get no bigger on this island. You know what I mean? Y'all better go over there or go over here. So usually that's how it operates. Usually one big king distributor. You know? So if that's the case, and like I said, I don't think it was the owner. It's probably one manager who was like, yo, nigga, he shorted me last week. I need to make up another 80 grand, whatever. Somebody there. And that one person is not thinking to harm anybody. But when you mix it with these shitty chemicals, you get what I'm saying? And you put it in boxes where you can't control. So let's say, you know, like I said, we had the whole book. If he made 500 batches and whatever he got paid because when he sprung them to the building and got the money for it, you know, he pocketed the rest of the cash because he sold 300 on the books. The guy gave him 500, you know, and he gave him $700 worth of products.
Right.
But, you know, the other 400 was motherfucking
Diluted as shit.
Exactly. You know,
But unless you dealing with a chemist like Pookie Ray Ray from the Fourth, who's still making crack the wrong way. Like, if you're gonna on this wide range,
but they don't care
something
about
you got to
that.
do. No, I mean, there has to be some kind of chemistry to it. Like,
Well,
I understand
yeah.
you're trying to save a
You
dollar.
can Google it, and they watch and how they do it,
Yeah.
with the shit they put in there. But all the alcohols aren't edible. Yeah, edible. All the alcohols aren't edible.
Consumable. Okay.
Yeah, or even consumable if you want to put it. It's will burn through your liver. The shit burns through it automatically. But the way the shit that we drink is formulated is different. That it won't burn through it completely. It is. You're laughing.
No, I'm laughing like, yo, they just got to be the most soberest vacation retreat in the
Nigga, we
world.
gonna be at that bitch born again virgins and everything.
Ain't nobody
I don't know what it
fucking.
is. I know your titties is nice. No, please get off me.
Yeah, like, ain't nobody fucking on them trees.
Nobody.
I mean, electricity, because, like, be real, like, when you're on these resorts, you're not, the only time you're in a hotel is a shower, maybe to catch a 2-3 hour nap, and you right back out. Because, like
That's
you
it.
said, they got the parachute boat rides, the scooter boats, and they got all them little ski boats and shit you could do. You can have a great fucking time. And again, if they talking about it's like 500 pesos, nigga, that's like $1.25, yo. Like you bought, like
Yo.
say you're gonna have a really good time.
But yeah,
Compared to, like you say, paying $1,600 going over here, and then you still got to pay for the boat rides and everything. Where I could pay $600 here, take another $300-400, have a blast, and come back home with about $800 that I would have spent someplace else.
the main thing that always killed me, it was like the prices to get to them.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It reminds me of Hawaii. Hawaii is expensive
Woo.
as fuck to go to.
It's never going down because they don't want niggas there.
I don't think they want anybody in that motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest,
they
nigga,
want
except
the-
the Rock. I'm like, goddamn.
They want the right people to go.
Yeah,
People
I'm sitting in that bitch like, yo,
who have
how much?
paper.
And you ain't even getting the best of the best. You popping out 2 G's, you're not getting the best of the best.
No, you
you're
stay
not
in
getting the
slums,
huts.
nigga.
Yeah, you're
2
not-
G's. You can't go to Hawaii with anything less than 10.
Yeah.
And that's to spend.
And then the shitty part is, a lot of the towns I like Newark. I mean, like
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
they
ain't
look,
nothing but
it's
huts.
like
But, like, they
not
keep
even
you
huts,
to a
but they're,
certain
like,
shit
just shitty concrete.
Now, they keep you
buildings.
to it. They do it perfectly. Like they
Yeah,
got
it's
like
like-
about 200 acres. They'll let none of that riff-raff shit there. They don't play that shit.
Nope, no,
They
not
pay
at
the
all.
local gangs and shit, and they make sure shit don't go wrong. Because niggas be walking in the paths,
Yep.
the motherfucking waterfalls and all that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you got to have 10 grand to spend.
Yeah,
To spend. That does not include your flight, your hotel reservations, all that other shit. No,
if you
nigga.
trying to ball out like you could ball in DR, yeah, it's you gonna have to have 10 grand, and you're gonna be mad because it ain't gonna be in no same way. You're not gonna have bitches throwing on you for paid money. You're not gonna be able to
That shit fucked
just
up,
chill,
man.
do whatever. And then not to speak bad about the country, but it's a complete difference. So now they're down 74% in their bookings.
They're gonna
for
have to.
the-
It's
for
gonna be
the
even cheaper.
Summer,
It's gonna be even cheaper.
nigga.
You have to drop the rate. If it was 600, because I remember even Michelle was telling me it's 600
600 for two. That's what
for
I've been
two
saying.
for I think it was a week and a half or 2 weeks or some shit like that. Now you'll probably be able to get that for like 3-4.
If that, if they don't find a cure, not a cure, but they don't find a definite answer to
And
what's
it's not
going
gonna
on
happen this
soon,
year.
it has to. It has to. Or they're gonna suffer. Or nigga, we literally gonna be like, yo, I got an extra 100. You wanna go to AC or you wanna go to DR? Nigga, that's
see,
exactly
nigga.
what the answer's gonna be. Like, yo,
Nigga, I know that
$100,
free
we gonna go to
liquor
DR.
on the slot machines is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but like,
Yo.
say, and the reason why, because I was talking about it
Yeah.
last week. First of all, you have to get permission from all the people that travel, not just the United States, to the people that traveled over Europe,
Right.
to the people that travel different countries. All right, then you have to ask for permission to dig the bodies up, and then once you dig the bodies up, then you have to have a coroner to examine. Like, this shit is gonna take damn near a year for that to happen. So as far as this year, DER can kiss that shit goodbye.
That's gonna be tough.
Because they don't have the finances to pay to push.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? You're going to go to the Trumps and be like, oh, listen, I know I'll give you additional 20%, 30%.
They just shot the
40%.
motherfucker who would help them. They
But I'm
just
saying,
shot
like,
that nigga. Like,
I would
yeah.
have to, they would have to give,
Right,
that
right.
could be another angle too. I would have to give another 30 or 40% back or additional to these Hiltons and Trumps to help move the ball along faster for me not to lose,
Suffer a loss, yeah.
a bigger loss, because once November hits, that's their hurricane season. Nobody's going yet.
Yep. You guessed
Nobody's going there then. So
You
in
guessed
order
it.
for you to push that shit along, you know what I mean, you would have to, again,
it. That's why I say with the Haiti conundrum. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel you. I mean, it
You know,
would be a
whoever they got,
come build this shit here.
fuck it. Talk to one of them China billionaires. You know what I mean? Like, yo, my man, I'm gonna give you these acres. You get what I'm saying? Look,
Hotel Rwanda point 2020. No, bro, them niggas will do it though. Them Russian niggas will do it.
But if they spread the money back into the country, and people see how it works out, it ain't gonna be a lifesaver. And them niggas ain't gonna be like Dubai where everybody rich or something. No, but you get what I'm saying? It starts the process, and you picked it up at their loss. Cool.
But that's business. Like it
Right.
happened. It happened to Netflix. Netflix was the juggernaut. They rose that shit up. Niggas is like, oh, start singing shit. And the next thing you know, all these other motherfuckers start coming out the way.
blue, nigga. That's
And
it.
now there's like, what, 10, 15 of them?
Nigga, it's a joke. It's a joke. Netflix can't even
Just
hold on to their
because,
spot.
like, and I always say, Blockbuster has to be the greatest example of how not to do business. Where these niggas had 5 stores on each block and still was making money, but did not refuse to put the additional money up,
It's a streaming.
which was a small percentage to keep up with the time. This is back when they went from tapes to DVDs. They didn't want to do that.
Oh, that was a mailing thing. That's what
Yeah,
Netflix was
like a lot of shit
mailing
they
them.
could have did to keep up with the times they refused to do, and now what happened? Done.
Yeah. That
So
was
sooner
sad.
or later, you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah. That shit was sad. God damn. I get it, but as I see it, they need to invest in themselves. That's my little kick
It's
to
great.
Haiti.
I think it's a great thing
It's
for
a
them to
perfect
Yeah.
time.
come there, be like, yo, listen, like you said, I got 3250 acres.
Yup.
Come build that shit, nigga.
And
you
you
ain't
know-
even got to pay for workers. We'll do that. All you got to
that-
do is pay
Hey.
for the material.
But look how it generates your country. You gave these people jobs. You
Jobs,
gave them a
exactly.
purpose. And then after they build the island, after they build the hotel, the people on the island work in the hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's the way it's going to be.
You get what I'm saying?
All you got
That's
to do is send us
it.
the raw materials. We'll do everything. We got engineers. We got all that shit over here.
We're gonna do it for the price or better. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna have the same setup, and they're gonna come here because we ain't killing motherfuckers every week.
Yeah, and all you got to do is send your motherfucking engineers here. We got the workers. They going to build everything. You got your engineer here. That's one person. So instead of you sending 200 people there, spending all that money, you got to send 3 or 4 engineers for about a good 8 months to
They'll
a
hang
year
out,
and a
nigga.
half.
They'll
Build
hang
this shit
out,
up.
nigga. Yeah.
And like you said, it goes back to the country because the workers are being paid through the country.
Yeah, but that's my whole point. I was like, so when I see shit like this, it's their way of getting ahead. Y'all gonna have to rebuild. I'm gonna be honest. To lose the stigmatism against this, let's say they found the answer. Let's say they found the answer in the next month.
Still not gonna happen.
Yeah. Now me and you sitting there like, I don't really know if they cleaned it all. What's that price again?
Sober as shit.
Yeah. And
Nigga, I'll drink on the flight. I'll sneak a
You-
on the plane.
I'm doing it now to get ready.
I get drunk and shit and hope that high carries me over.
Yeah, don't mind me, stewardess.
But
That's
I think
it.
they're going to go back to exactly what they were before. And it was niggas went there to fuck and women went there for surgery.
You right, but you wasn't staying in the hood when you went there. See, that's the thing.
Oh no,
It's
you
the-
were still staying
In
on
a
it, but
resort,
it wasn't.
yeah,
It wasn't
in a different
like
resort.
you could still get the ski boats. It
No.
wasn't like that then, because I said eventually, last 5 to 7 years, it's turned into a couples resort.
Right.
And you start taking money from all these other people. So now, motherfuckers still gonna go there. They ain't gonna drink shit, but they gonna get them surgeries.
But
A nigga will bring a case of water with him just to fuck
Nigga.
Sujadian shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll bring a gallon of water over there.
hell yeah.
Nigga, I ain't gotta drink liquor to fuck this fat ass.
Hell
You know
no.
what I'm saying? So it's gonna go back to exactly
Right.
what they were. I think they got set up again. Other countries and other family and love retreats were taking a hitting. You don't see no Sands commercials. I ain't see. You used to see that shit every winter.
No, you're not
Everybody
gonna see it,
took
bro.
a major beating.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna continue, man. Like I said, I hope the deaths slow up or stop. After this 16-year-old girl, this man again, and they said they lost bookings for July. July's here tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So now let's just see. They're gonna taper off in August, and it's just, let's see what happens.
85% they're gonna lose.
That sucks.
People still gonna go because you have some people who.
But now think about it. Now you're gonna have all those people complaining because the prostitutes ain't getting paid. On all honesty, no, you laugh. But look how you feed the economy. You go there, you throw a little 50.
Yeah.
Well, that 50 is too much. Those
No,
prices.
50 cent, nigga. You feel 50 cent. Like I said, like you go to the hotel, like nigga, here's an extra $1, nigga. Put me in that hotel. I mean that honeymoon suite, nigga.
Yeah, yo.
Well, we making fun, but like again,
Yo.
this is how these poverty countries they eat.
Yo,
You know, and like we talked about,
think
if
about
you go
it.
to someplace else, you gotta walk 3 miles just to take a fucking shower.
So think about it. The taxi guys don't get paid to take you to the other port. The
Hotel.
boat guys that you're gonna parasail don't get no
Yeah.
jobs.
Nope.
None of those dudes renting the sea dudes and
Right.
and the people at the with the
Pilots
dolphins.
and all that shit affects
The
everybody.
fishermen don't
Trickle
get
down.
the sport fishermen dudes don't get
Yeah.
nothing. Look, nobody. That's what I said. Everybody loses because nobody booked. So you went over there, but you ain't pay no extra money for shit. And like I just threw the prostitutes in, but they ain't gonna get no money either. So now they don't bring home the extra $10 US that would pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would last for a week maybe. I
I don't know about that.
But you
Niggas
get what I'm
still, niggas still won't fuck. I don't know.
But
Like I
nigga, you ain't
told
gonna fuck with it. Say you gonna be on the plane. Look, I'm at the airport, bitch. Just hurry
Nah,
up.
nigga, like, you'll go there, fuck, you just ain't gonna drink shit. I said, nigga, drink a bottle of water and fuck all day.
But you gotta see where you living at, where you staying at. You're not trying to be in her house. Nigga,
Nah, we ain't doing that.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why we compared it to like the Philippines, the Philippines or
Well, that's different, nigga.
Thailand and shit like that.
You know what them niggas
stay
do.
in those bad areres. They got a lot
Nah,
of
they got
hoods.
what they do now.
They got
is-
nice areas too.
No,
but
what
stay
they do
there.
is there's these hotels. It's a small. It's not big
Yeah.
like 32 acres, but it's a small where all these niggas go.
Yeah.
To go there sleep with them underage women and shit like that. And there's these hotels, and that's just pretty much what they do.
Right, but they're but they're close
Right
vicinity
next to the airport.
to the other airports, to the other hotels. You ain't gonna leave the certain area.
Now you see the planes flying when the young bitches getting fucked and shit.
Right. You know, as nasty as the shit is and sounds, but
No, that's-
that's how they keep their shit
It's
going.
what them doctors be doing. They go there to fuck them under.
Y'all niggas laugh. It'd be
It's
a lot
the
of
fucking truth.
It'd be a lot of whiteys there,
Yeah,
living it
but
up.
It's money based. It's
Yeah.
some money effect, and it's sad that country is being hit like that because I don't think it's what was wanted. Even if there was that
No.
one individual who just was that fucking greedy, you just destroyed every ounce of extra funds that was coming in. It'll take you a good 20, 30 years to get past this stigma.
Pretty much. It's a sad thing, man. It's really sad. Let's kick it to the next one. So I threw this tidbit in there because it struck me. Good old Illinois.
Two
Illinois.
black people. 3? She might be Spanish.
They're the senators, the state representatives, the House.
Okay.
So they passed the bill. So they're the 11th state to legalize marijuana.
Ah.
Yep. In terms of let me go here and read through these little notes. So they're going to. Holy shit! I was all over the place in this. They're going to expunge nearly 800,000 marijuana convictions. That's
Wow.
what they're looking in to do. 800,000. I was like, that's a lot of motherfuckers. But I forgot it was like Chicago's in there, so they're gonna pick up a gang member for something. Oh, nigga, you had a dime bag. I don't even smoke, nigga.
Nigga, you buy a school. Nigga, it's 12 schools.
Exactly. Yeah. So what is it?
Probably
For
help with that violent
nonviolent.
shit.
Yeah, a lot of nonviolent marijuana arrests. It's going to go in effect in 2020, and they're expecting to review some records of 770,000 people which were convicted over marijuana-related offenses of 30 grams or less.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty much, they trying to make room for all them niggas who killing 5,000 people over the weekend in Chicago alone. I mean, Chicago's the motherfucking truth. Oh, my gosh.
So
but
go ahead.
I think, again, this is financial based.
Hands
you
down.
have a lot of people that travel to these states, Denver, because niggas been doing it for Denver for a while, where they'll go to these states just to be able to smoke marijuana without any kind of backlash or any kind of bad shit, have getting arrested or this and that.
I'm with you, and I don't know if all the states would definitely converge before it becomes like federal.
Well, federal will never do it, and that's why
But here's why it gets funky. So the state's going to collect their taxes, but that's tax money that they can't give into the federal.
at all.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's going to stop at New Jersey. It's going to stop at Illinois. It's going to stop at Colorado before it goes into the United States of America's money.
Actually, it's kind of smart because the federal don't accept it because they can't tax
They
it now.
can't tax it without arresting everybody because it's money attained through illegal funds or whatever through a way that's not legal. Well, so when I look at that, I'm like, okay, I see what the states are doing. They'll find more ways. They'll add more money. They can do more programs. If they do everything on up and up, let's say they are, we'll take them at face value. But then when I look at like Colorado, they were like, oh shit, nobody did the logistics and thought about the regular person living in the state who got fucked. So if you were Joe Schmo, smoker or not, and you got by check to check, you worked 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, most Americans, you were just making it, one job, 2 job, whatever. The rental property increased because now more money was able to come through the town. So people were there. Your town had stuff like that. So the rent went up. How you gonna afford rent? Nigga, you can't afford that rent. The shit was 16, maybe 100 to begin with. Now the shit 32. Where'd it go? They said it created a homelessness buzz where a lot of people end up leaving the state, which I believe, and they ended up flooding into the neighboring states. I'm not saying it was millions. There wasn't millions, but you know what I mean?
Right.
It was enough to be noticed. Whereas like, yo, that town has shit, but now, it's just a weed shop.
There's a way to counter that. There's a couple of counties that do that in New Jersey, where you are not allowed to own a business in this county if you do not live in this county. And that prevents a lot of people from living other places but having businesses in that place. Also, you can get $20 an hour just to clip the trees for the marijuana butts.
Can be a worker, but how many workers do they need? So let's say because now when they legalize it, they don't say half the state is a fucking farm. No, they have
Yeah,
certain
it's gonna
farms,
be specific
they have
areas and stuff
certain
like that. Yeah.
They got certain amount of workers. They don't
But
need.
Then you could say the
10,000
workers
workers.
have to be from that community or from that town. And that's why I say a lot of times with even the tri-state area, because this is where we live. People talking about, there ain't no job. There are jobs, niggas. There's just shit you just don't want to fucking do. And I'm sorry. If it comes to me, I got to go back and do something I don't want to just to keep some finances going until I find something. Because I met a person. She was like, well, I left that job because they wasn't paying me enough. I'm like, do you have a job now? She said, no. I said, okay, so now you're bringing in $0. How
Right.
fucking intelligent was that? She's like, well, I didn't realize until you said that. I said, okay, you get that job. You may not like it, but it's putting dollars in your pocket as of now to where you don't have to worry about sucking some nigga's ass just to get back and forth and get something to eat, to where you can stay on your own and then find a better job.
Yeah, you're right to that point. But again, we have the luxury when they were reviewing of of allowing marijuana to come into New Jersey,
Right.
of reviewing how it transposed in this state, in those other states, in California and stuff like that. We got to see the logistics. You know what I mean? Like, we got to be like, that's going to make a lot of homelessness. I'm not even worried about homelessness because New Jersey is expensive as fuck to live in already. So hands down, that was the thing.
For no reason.
Yeah, I think with that, they would probably ask the money to go towards like some type of homeless program because everybody will come in and spend the money. It would only be beneficial to us because New York hasn't legalized marijuana yet. So that we would get all those people just taking a
Coming
trip over,
over.
smoke out, hit AC, smoke out, drink, gamble, then head back home or whatever the fuck it was.
That's the way to get over too, though, because what a lot of people do is they'll go to the different state to get a PO box,
Oh yeah,
and you can have the marijuana delivered to that PO box. You could go to that
Go pick
right
it
state,
up and keep rolling.
pick it up, and then go to the state that doesn't allow
Yeah.
it. But I don't. I think this commits more crime to a certain extent, and I think what people,
allowing marijuana.
Because what people don't understand is, if you have a marijuana store, you own it, you can't take the proceeds and throw it in TD Bank.
Now,
They do not allow
it's the
you.
same
Yeah,
principle that goes back with the state. The money stops here.
right. So where you putting that money
banks,
at?
These big banks are government. are federally processed.
which means
so
they can't
not
accept
owned,
$1.
But they're federally processed, so
Yeah.
the money that comes in, you can't say is through illegal means.
But then, like, say if something happens, okay, and they only back you up for $100,000. Say something happens to the bank, you need $100,000. Now you gotta prove where that money came from. So now it's like a double edge. So like, okay, you deal cash all day long. So, and you talking about a state of Chicago where every nigga's a fucking thug. You know what I'm saying? They just had
Speak on it.
30-some fucking deaths or shootings over the fucking weekend.
So I'm going to relate it to this. I think with the invention of these apps on your phone and how they got those banks where they're not based here, so like Ally is based somewhere over in China. You know what I mean? It was ING and all this other shit.
And you can pay through that currency.
And you pay through, right. So all you got to do is do small deposits through Ray J and Kevin's. You know what I mean? You keep your financial books straight, but you're not holding cash on your property where, niggas just going to rob you on Tuesday because they heard you got a shipment.
Nigga, hey, it's Tuesday, it's 8 o'clock, nigga, you coming out of what? You know what this is. It's
Again.
It's going to become a normal routine. Like, you can get pretty much what presidents get to work security
Yeah.
for these locations.
Yeah. But again, you're
It's
right.
that fucking dangerous.
But you're right because it plays to logistics. Like you said, certain towns don't want it in there. Certain towns don't need it in there. It plays to logistics of people you're going to have to let out in jail because it's like this. If they expunge those records, they let the people go. They were talking about people who had, 30 grams and 500. So it's between those two, between 30 to 500 grams, they had to petition to see if the court would lift the conviction. Not that bad. I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Say half. They let probably half y'all go. No problem. You get what I'm saying? But again, that's going to be a lot of law time, a lot of law books, a lot of judge payments,
Oh,
a lot of
definitely.
this. You know what I mean? To keep those things going.
Just like if you go to court, even if your court case is dismissed, they still want you to pay the 33 court
You
case.
got to pay that court fee.
Court fee. You know what I mean? So just like that, okay, from a business standpoint, all right, so I'm going to legalize marijuana, which means I need people to purchase this marijuana. What's the best thing I could do? Let all them niggas out of jail who smoke weed. I let these niggas out of jail smoke weed. Guess what they gonna do? Smoke more motherfucking weed. It's a business. It's genius.
So it makes sense, hands down. I mean, I'm happy these people will get their cases reviewed off of this non-violent offense, you know, and dismissed, hopefully, or I mean, whatever it is, expunged or whatever so be it. But when states put shit like that together, they definitely need to go over the logistics on it. It's scary.
Like you said, dot your I's, across your T's. They're just thinking about the finances, and they're like, all right, well, the next person who comes in 10 years down the line, I have to deal with the shit.
If people that haven't paid attention, New Jersey towns have already put in laws against this when the governor was reviewing the bill. He didn't pass it. They couldn't make it work, meaning he couldn't figure out how to make no money off of that shit. Some stable money off of it. You're right, because so many towns have put in, we don't want no shops here. We don't want these smoke shops. We don't want the cigar bars. We don't want the weed shops.
Yeah, they don't play that
anything like that. Certain places now, when you look on there, are I forgot the place. They got rid of the e-cigarette. There's a whole fucking place that won't even accept that. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, they're finding ways to outban it because you're right, because they don't want that problem. So now they open up the weed shop. He's dealing a lot of cash and can't find a way to put it in the bank or get it out of there.
Right.
Pookie and Ray Ray gonna rob that nigga.
You know them niggas.
That means I gotta put my cops on the scene. You know what I mean? To go catch these two niggas who got $3 billion running down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And before they book.
And they're gonna counter that, just like you said. Like now everybody's vaping, so people aren't smoking cigarettes no more. They're vaping.
No.
So now everything's becoming liquid. So now these billion-dollar organizations, they don't have that many workers rolling the cigarettes machine and this and that, where they can have less machines rolling,
Yeah.
create this liquid that's going to get them just what they want anyway, so you don't have to purchase as much raw materials as you used to.
You right.
And
You're
you're cutting your overhead, but bringing in more profits on top of it for selling the same fucking shit.
You're absolutely right, dude. It's a big thing, and they look at that when they look at the logistics. When they run the bills, there's somebody behind it. So I'm like, yo, we're not gonna lose. We're gonna lose money this way. We're gonna make money this way. If we charge this and we do that, how many licenses can they sell for the weed dispensaries? Then you got to make sure they get it from a good place.
Well, that's one thing. Like once you do that, like this is why I always tell people, like, as much as our culture is on marijuana, it took the white people to learn how to make money from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where I remember 2 Chainz was doing some kind of thing, and he smoked the most expensive blunt in the world or whatever. It was a white lady.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, explaining to him the THCs and like she was a PhD and graduated cum laude on weed, when Pookie Ray Ray know way more about it than she do. But they found a way to profit from it and make money from it. So they understand the business aspect. So they're gonna have the greatest shit. Hey, you got a headache? Take this. You got some heartburn? Smoke this. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what they have at these stores.
I saw that. Yeah.
And again,
You got
for
menstrual
whatever,
cramps.
yeah,
I
for
was
whatever
like,
you're
wait.
going through, you have this. This will keep you going, and they'll always make money. It'll be a cash, a app, or whatever situation may be, and it'll always be going because motherfuckers is always gonna smoke weed.
Once they find a way to convert this shit into digital currency, like I said, all these apps on your phone, you pick one. Cash App,
Yeah, I should have taken over. I can't front.
what's the name?
PayPal
so-
taking the hitting.
So here's the deal. You got $1 million in here. I give you a little bit at a time. You bring it to your bank. Your bank converts that shit over to Cash App money. Now my shit is a Cash App.
It's clean.
Everybody gets paid. You get what I'm saying? Everybody gets a W-2 maybe, and then I'll just pay
it
you
ain't
on the
gonna never
side.
happen. Get a 99.
Well, for the state. Oh, yeah, 99,
You get a
man.
99. But like you said, it's
You
a
think
great
about
way
it.
for the business to make money and not have to worry about dealing with any federal hits or federal laws that they would violate or whatever
I
situation may
honestly
be.
thought that was the reason why all those bank apps came out, I honestly
Well,
thought that was the
it's
reason.
more lines because
They were looking for a way to move the money.
just
and I was
recently for
upset.
us, I've noticed the convenience of it.
Yeah.
Like somebody has a show, you want to pay us, or I pay us through the app.
That's
It's
it.
a trail of money
Yep.
to say I paid, whatever, and all I gotta do is just transfer from that to our bank account.
You can get a
I ain't had to
goddamn
touch
card.
$1.
You get a goddamn
You
card.
ain't lying. Yeah, Cash App has.
Y'all laugh.
They do.
Yo, when
seriously got
when
a
they
card.
started doing that with these things, I was like, oh, this for the illegal niggas. This is moving that needs to move all the money. This is for the cartels and shit like that. Because only a few of them are backed by the regular American big banks.
Exactly.
Now, if you backed over by like a bank in the UK or some
Yeah,
other
yeah, it's
little
different.
island
Yeah.
that doesn't have all these laws, motherfucker, go wild. Yeah, we don't do this. Give me $1 billion in one day. So that's why I said, as long as they find a way to get the money in there, which can easily be done, they'll pay one of the employees. He'll send the money in. They'll transfer the money over.
What was this? Shawshank Redemption? Fake ID, fake this. You can create whatever you want. Because when you get these prepaid cards, whatever, they don't really ask for money like information like that. They ask for you, nigga. You can go to the library, get the local crackhead to type some shit in for you,
Nigga.
because their face will be seen on it.
If that,
You know what
I think I
mean?
asked that less when I did my shit. It was less. And you know what the bad part is? I just want to tie this real quick to something. I was arguing with Frank about,
Shout
was
out
it
to
Frank? It was Frank. New York is giving undocumented people a license. No, it wasn't Frank. It was a guy at work. New York is giving undocumented people licenses. Said it's their first step to becoming Americans and citizenship and all that. If you're going for it the right way, God bless you. Go ahead. I don't have nothing against you. But with a license, it's the same shit that's prove as ID. Like I said, on that Cash App, they don't give a fuck what your shit is. They don't even look for half of that. If you can now produce this shit without having a federal tax ID number to be traced back to, but yet you're now moving digital currency, and digital and real currency, you know what I mean? They just converting it to one and moving it to the other. We can't keep any track of it.
Well,
Besides the bank,
not-
because
not-
the bank don't know to go with you.
Not just that. I remember working with a guy who had 5 names. That nigga left the country, came back so many times, but every time he came back with a different name.
Different name.
So you don't know who the fuck this guy really is. So okay, let's say you want to do catching up to him. Okay, well the nigga go back to his country,
That's about
go through the same process he did last time he did to come here, pay somebody, come back with a total different papers with a different name.
But everything's legit. See, it just hits to like, okay, everybody has access to something that, it was so fearful. I was like, when I went and got my license, they asked for 6 points. What is an undocumented person going to produce?
Nigga, if you can
Because-
write it down or spell it, you good, nigga.
Because if I didn't have a passport or my old ass driver license, which was 4, nigga, what the
You-
fuck
you
else?
shit out of
Am I lying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk.
Am I lying? So when you think about it, if they can't produce a passport, they can't produce whatever the main things for it, but you're gonna give them an ID. Okay, yeah, it's good for New York City, but what about the place that just takes ID too? Because at a bank, they'll take that ID as identification and move on. And these apps require less. So
Real
if I
talk.
got a bank where I can move money to this digital currency, now I can move this money easier without paying Western Union fees outside of the U.S., which goes back to Donald Trump's old point, one of his old points of things, the money is not staying within the economy,
At all.
which hurts the economy because nobody's pushing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's boosting the money back in. You pay me, I pay something else, in here, and I buy it and use it.
That was the
and
main
everybody
thing
eats.
about the whole illegals, which I kind of agree with, understand, because it's what happens. I remember you go to the local, like you go to downtown Patterson.
Yeah.
All right. There aren't just regular check casher places no more.
No.
All right. And I think one of the big ones is Mondo's, whatever it is. But you go take your paycheck, you cash it, then you go to the other booth and send that money to the different country immediately. So yeah, none of that money staying in this country at all.
Nigga, you see them DR prices? I can't blame them, nigga. Fuck that. you live like a king, nigga, for 1 year working. Fuck it. But I get it. I totally understand. I just wanted to relate it to it. I was like, you see how things slowly, it's a domino effect. You wouldn't think that had something to do with it, but it did, and it hits it. And,
Real
and
talk.
nobody pays attention to it, and they're making it easier for money to be untraced and just out of the country, which, if you want country security, you need to track and trace. I ain't all about paying taxes because we can be traced, they're going to tax that bitch. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I get you. I understand everybody, and that's why they make them, but it was just certain things. Like, to bring it back to the expungement here, the logistics of the marijuana always need to be worked. How many people going to have jail? How many cases going to be overturned? How many, what can we get a person for now? And then how will the cops do business? Because that was the main go-to. Oh, we got to stick on a marijuana charge. You know what I mean? And they looking for you for a murder. They're going to get you for something. But now it's like, yo, nigga, we go. Pump up. You want some of this? I mean, whatever the fuck it is.
Nigga stand in front of the store and
Right.
property, nigga, property. I'm on property.
It's just certain things. Everything has to be taken into account for. I'm happy for those guys. That's a lot of cases.
I've thought for the longest, this should not be a legal drug anyway. You have so many other drugs out here that when people consume, the first thing they want to do is get violent. A motherfucker smoke a blunt or whatever, that nigga want to eat. You know what I mean? So it's never been a violent as far as when you consume the drug.
Yeah.
You're not going out there trying to do shit. You high coke, nigga, you wide. Nigga, let's jump, nigga. You know what I mean? Ecstasy and all this other shit. You know, marijuana, you calm, nigga. You want to eat. You want to relax. You want to see a fat ass.
Unless you got one of those crazy doobie,
Oh, yeah,
white lady
yeah.
shit. That's the one that make you kill people. It's supposed to it is. I mean,
Yeah, nigga, you put 3 jobs. It's supposed to be 2. You beast.
right. Some shit like that. You're absolutely right. So, I don't know, man. It's logistics. It's always come down to logistics. It'll always stay at logistics. But we take it how it comes, man. Good luck to those people. Good luck to those motherfuckers. Speaking of some shit, who's up next?
We got Russ.
Oh, my nigga Russ. My motherfucker.
I like his music, yo. I think he's talented.
You gotta check out his pull up with Joe Budden.
Nice.
You would like it. The shit he's saying in there, I can't knock him. The
Yeah,
shit
he's always
saying
been
in there-
talented, yeah.
Nah, but the shit he's saying in there about ownership of music, he admit that he knows he has some white privilege, which helps towards his things. He goes in and it's good. It's actually really, really good. And it's like he puts Joe in his place because Joe was used to, when he was on Complex, talk about oh nigga, you a plant and you got help from the industry, and he was like, nah nigga, and he didn't like how people talked about his parents and shit. So it went on. It's really good. You gotta check it out. Definitely really good. But that just came out today too.
I'm gonna check it out.
He's up here for the headline here. He's speaking on music industry using black artists to destroy the community. That off, I think he's right. You make faces. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Well, I mean, to me, it's like I've always, I always explain to people, you can't be mad, and it kills me with all these other black speakers get on and start trashing people. Nigga, you got $20 in your pocket. That nigga don't. So if you go to the regular hood and you go to your Cody Blacks, you say, here's 20 grand, nigga. Just go on the song and say whatever the fuck you want. He gonna sign that contract.
right.
Like, you can't speak upon somebody else's poverty or what that person will or will not do to not be that no more. I mean, look at Kanye West. Kanye West first came out, man, fuck white people. Now that nigga, man, fuck you. I love white people. You know what I mean? And that's why I explain to people, once you get a certain amount of dollars in your pocket, you ain't gonna have that same thinking no more. And for someone who ain't eating 12 days, you got somebody that come up and say, yo, listen, 10 albums, 20 grand. A nigga gonna sign that shit. Cause he ain't never had that he wanna eat. He might want to help his mother out pay rent. He might want to do all this other stuff. So yeah, it's true to a certain extent, but you can't ask somebody who don't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of, literally has an opportunity to put some food on the table. And we all say as parents, our duty is to make sure our kids don't go through what we got through. So,
Facts.
and all these young niggas got kids. So if you can provide your kid with a better upbringing than you got, why shouldn't you do it?
So, I'm with you. It makes sense to me to a point, but I think he makes a point too.
Absolutely, though.
He makes a definite point. So here's his official statement that he put on Twitter. On how the music industry is perpetuating these negative stereotypes. Young native financially desperate black kids to they fucked up on a quote. The end quote. Oh my god. Music industry is using young native financially desperate black kids to perpetuate negative black stereotypes that in turn hold and further destroy the black community. He went on to say, black kids are being used as weapons of mass destruction against their own people. As a guest in the house of hip hop, I cannot just come in here and take, which is what white people historically do to anything black created. I have to give back to the culture that's allowing me to take care of myself and my family. I try to do that by shedding light. End quote.
I mean, I love him for being aware to realize that it's not technically his culture's thing. But to be honest with you, I mean, look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne fans are white. They're not black. They white now. You go to his concert, you may see a scattered black faces here and there, but those black faces that would be there, half of those never seen the hood streets.
You're right, but does that make it fair for Wayne to continue to keep talking about the hood streets and how niggas should stay in the hood streets?
Well, I mean,
and how
because
niggas
he's
gonna kill 10
experienced
more
it.
niggas.
He could experience it. I get him. And
That
like,
nigga ain't been broke for the 20 years.
no, but we're saying way more than that. Because, like, he's been making music since the age of 9. But I'm saying, like, growing up in the NOLA, it's what people have to understand about Louisiana, New Orleans. This is a state or a borough or parish is what they call it down there that has led America in deaths several years without Bloods and Crips.
Right.
And the Latin Kings and all the other shit. Them niggas is thorough down there for real.
Right.
So that's going to tell you, if I grew up in the hood, I'm going to speak hook shit. And I always look at certain situations like that and compare it to the NWA shit. These are guys who took what they saw and what they grew up in and put it on a record, and it exploded because Jerry did help it. I go front. You know what I mean? But they were moving units locally, but Jerry made them worldwide. He stole from them too, but it was just more lines of they benefited from their community. It's what they saw.
Okay, now, besides, I don't know. What Wayne was rapping on his last album?
The
It was
last
half
one
and
you
half.
can't,
It was
you
half
can't-
and half.
Well, you can't count it because the Carter 5 was supposed to come out 20 years ago. So I knew that album.
Technically, that was old tracks, nigga.
I knew
Like,
that
yeah.
album was gonna be okay, but it wasn't gonna be like Wayne worthy because
No,
it's a bunch
I'm
of
just
shit
trying to
that was
see
on
what
show.
what the concept was, and I'm trying to remember. But he asked me, I'm gonna fuck you up, shit. It's like you talk about Boys in the Hood. The Drain dropped the shit, a solo joint in a minute.
He too busy to talk.
Ice Cube out here on the family plan right now. He's trying to eat with Disney.
Well, he did. He
And
did a great thing.
no, I'm not mad at
saying
him.
he
I'm
did
not
great.
mad at him.
He knew he was a good writer. He
Right.
wrote the entire, well, not the entire, but 90% of the niggas with attitude or straight out of Compton
Right.
thing.
Wrote movies and all that.
God rest his soul. What's they told him? If you could write a lyric, you could write a movie.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. Create a culture because niggas still laughing off that motherfucking
Right.
Friday.
But at the same time, yeah, Friday was funny. But I mean, if he does a Friday 3, then that's fine. That's different. But like,
Nigga, that shit gonna
he's
sell
been
out.
off of a Friday type
Yeah, he's
style.
been doing a lot of other
He's not
different things.
perpetuating, yo, nigga, we in the hood,
backing
we ain't
his
doing
son
shit.
up, doing more movie shit.
So, okay, so there goes somebody who changed. We look at Jay-Z. That nigga he done changed everything. He's telling niggas how to get 401ks and everything. Look, nigga, invest your money. Go buy a house and do this. He ain't on the moving birds and shit like that, talking about all the time. I'm just going by old people, you know,
Well,
who
really,
we were
really.
just going
They had
here.
experience poverty,
And they
but
all
now
got
they're
ripped.
not.
You right. And they all got ripped. So you're right. For the young black kid who doesn't know anything, and you gave that nigga 100 grand, 20 grand, whatever the fuck it is, yeah, he gonna do whatever. Oh yeah, I'm gonna rap what he know.
Like these niggas lyrics
I
don't
give
make
you.
sense. You put a decent beat, and
They don't
these
even
niggas,
rap no
yeah,
more,
they
nigga. I don't even know what the fuck
but
they do.
niggas is buying it, niggas is selling, and
Right.
it's what's working now. And these niggas is making money from touring, and now the labels want money from the touring now. But at the end of the day, if the label makes $10 million, that person only makes $800,000-$900,000. That person, to themselves, they're still saying, "I'm still good," because it's still $800,000 more than I had 10 weeks ago.
Right.
So yes, the labels are destroying. They've been doing it forever, people.
You're right. So you're blaming it on the Well,
it's
so is
just more-
he. So is he. He's blaming it on the labels
It's
too.
us. We're the problem.
Wait, now why are we the problem? Because
And I
we
say it
accept
from this standpoint. When Prince stood on stage and he said, "Why the fuck are you still letting these white Jews control this distribution? I got $1 billion sitting here in this motherfucker." And that nigga died shortly after that. When Prince, Jay Prince, Master P, and I forgot the other guy was going to get together and start their own distribution, they got raided by the FBI. Immediately after they were about to start their own distribution situation. So what I'm saying is, clean your shit up, peoples. I said it years ago. I said to
So wait, but do you think? All right, so they get their own little distribution thing. Everything goes, which people are working towards it, and when whatever fashion, whether it be digital, traditional, whatever it is. We're not gonna now have these kids out here talking the same bullshit.
oh, they could talk whatever they
You get what I'm
because
saying?
It's just like
so.
it's the
This is
same
what
thing
he's saying. Like, these are the kids perpetuating it.
But it's
So-
the same thing we said that was, when we were younger. Sorry, I'm older than you. When I was younger,
Right.
that I heard about the rap I was hearing about. KRS-One.
You right.
So it's going to have, like, I tell generations this. You can't fight with the current generation. It's either something you like or you don't. Like one time I had lost a string on
Yeah.
my sweats, but I had shorts underneath it.
Yeah.
The guy was like, "Yo, you should be ashamed of yourself being your age with pants hanging off your ass like that."
Yeah.
I said, "You know what's a shame? The fact that you would judge a book by its character that don't even know why mine's hanging down like that is because of this or that and that and that.
Right.
But you already went there. So because of how you believe and what you think
Right.
things should be, you think I should be just like you. And I think that's
So-
the issue of problem.
So that's what you think the issue is here.
Right, and I say this.
People aren't being more like Russ, and there's like,
no, I mean, like I said.
y'all niggas need to be woke, nigga. Y'all
What
niggas need
what
to
was
be
the guy
woke.
named Macklemore or whatever it is? I forgot the guy.
Macklemore.
Macklemore. That nigga did the shit by himself. He did
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
by
independent.
himself.
He was all
and that's
nigga.
why, like, and I tell, like, for us, I'm like, yo, you took everybody that we are affiliated, associated with. We don't need nobody for nothing. Within
Right.
our little circle, we have something for everything.
Right.
And we're good. So what I'm saying for this distribution situation, clean your money up. And like I told people before, you in the streets, get
Yeah.
10 grand. Get 20 grand.
Yeah.
Take that 10, 20 grand, go to your local bodega, allegedly, I'm gonna say that, or go to a business. Here's 20,000 cash. Write me a $15,000 check through the business. Now I have 15 legitimate ass money I can go spend on whatever I want. I ain't gotta have my Escalade and Auntie Boo Boo name or this bitch that I don't want to fuck with no more, but all my shit in her name.
Right.
We don't want to go through the shit to make it real. You could turn every fucking look at Master P. I always say he's one of the greatest.
Now,
Business
but
minds thinking.
Yeah. Now you brought up Macklemore. Master P was the first motherfucking dude. He did it independent.
He
didn't
did everything
He was in
independent.
the trunk, nigga.
That
He was
nigga
moving
took
the
them
shit.
fucking keys, made all that shit legit, and as much as the FBI shit tried to fuck with him, they didn't.
Right.
This is nigga straight from the projects, the Cali projects.
Yeah.
One of the worst motherfucking places in Louisiana. But he had the right mindset. I can't sit out here and sell birds till I'm 40, till
No.
I'm 50 like these niggas want to do. Take that, get you a nice little nest egg.
No.
Turn it legit. So if these niggas, you can create that. But again, Russ don't want to deal with this one, and this one ain't gonna deal with this one. Cause now it's like, all right, so now we got all this money together. How are we gonna break it down? Oh, I've been doing it a lot longer than you, so I should.
I should get the most.
Yeah, so, and like I
Yeah.
said, no one, they're not gonna get together like that.
Yeah.
And these white people are laughing. Hey, it is what it is. But at one point in time, you could get somebody to get together and say, all right, we're completely clean. We ain't got to worry about getting raided by the FBI. We scared now. Because you know you're doing some extra shit you shouldn't be doing.
Right. So, I get you. So, at this point, we're sitting here. We'll take his...
I mean, I give him a
statement.
genius begin because he's understanding he did not create the culture. He's eating from the culture, but
Hands down.
he's for the culture. And I always tell people, like I remember when
Hands down.
Eric Garner got choked out. What a lot of people wasn't talking about, it was as many white people laying down on the ground as they were black people
You're right.
saying, I can't breathe.
Right.
But you're not showing that.
No. They generalize to what they want to see.
Exactly.
It's being stated that this is the only problem and this is how the problem will end and this is it. I'll take what you said. You know, it's us going against ourselves. This is what we want to see.
And like I say, because we're not educating
But
ourselves.
we know there's a market for otherwise because we did like the old Kanye.
Yeah.
We did like
I mean, he'll just because of the
Childish
trap.
Gambino.
Yeah,
We
'cause
did
it-
like.
Yeah.
I can't think of somebody else, but you get what I'm saying? A Black Thought or some shit like that. Who wasn't sitting out there talking about, yo, we need to kill everybody and I'm going to get you, or negative stereotypes 100%. And they moved. There is
There's
a
a
market
way
for that.
for everybody to eat and for you to do your own thing. But again, Jay-Z didn't become a billionaire overnight. Jay-Z started popping towards the early 90s. I think it was 89, really. First time you heard of him. So if you say...
When he
let's just
came
say-
out, but he
let's
didn't
just
start
say
flying to the
1990.
mid-90s. Yeah.
Let's say 90. What was it, 30 years?
Yeah.
30 fucking years.
Yeah.
For this guy to wisen up, because I always tell you, the greatest businessmen are hustlers.
Yeah.
You got to know how to make money. So it took him 30 years, and now he's a fucking billionaire. But everybody want that shit right here and now.
Be-
I don't want to wait the 30 years. I don't want to wait this. I want it now. Then you don't want to be successful.
I'll play to your point, you know, and I'm going off of what Russ has said because I watched his pull up. And he was like, yeah, you know, it took him years to build to his point. You know, when he was 17 in school, him and his friend and was building and making the music. Nobody was buying it. You know, he figured that he needed to own it because he heard that people talk about that in interviews. And he followed that, went and got the TuneCore account. Still nobody pushed 11 albums. Then he started figuring out how he can move through logistics. You know, all right, if I put people always listen to one song, let me do one song albums. And the song hit. And then they started getting 10,000 views, 10,000, you know, shit like that. He learned to get to
It's
he got
called
to the point.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you can say whatever you want about that goofy motherfucker, but he's the reason YouTube is what it is now.
Oh, hands down.
He's the reason a lot of this streaming shit is the way it is now. And
Hands down.
unfortunately, because he wasn't that thug-ass nigga, a lot of
Well,
people...
he tries
didn't-
to be now.
Well, he
tried.
All that money he got, he could be what the fuck he want now. Like, what I'm saying is, like, because he wasn't that hard presence,
Yeah.
people didn't want to follow that. But the mother white motherfuckers did.
Oh, they loved this goofy shit.
They said,
loved
they
it.
said, I don't give a fuck what he's saying. Look what happened from what he did.
Yes. Yes. I get it. So I'll take his thing here. And I'll piggyback off of you. Yes, I think it is part of us because a lot of times that's what we want to hear and listen, especially as kids. The companies perpetuate stuff that is in the mainstream. If the mainstream is pushing kill another nigga, fuck a bitch, get her pregnant and leave her, whatever negative stereotype is there, it will be that way. Can it be said about the white people? Sometimes, certain things. You Italian? Yeah, it'll do the thing. You part of the mob, Gambino. You ain't never a doctor,
into
nigga.
it, what's
you,
name immediately.
yeah, you one of these fucking working sipes and you roll in the mob and you kill people. Et cetera, whatever it is. Yes, and people will take advantage of it. I get it, and I respect you for shedding light because you've done it there, and you know flat out, like, look, man, it is what it is. I know I use this shit, that I get extra hits because of this shit,
Right.
And people view it and see this thing.
He's giving homage.
But I give him that. I give
he
respect
didn't do like
because
other
people
white
don't.
dudes did. Come in and be like, yeah, I'm gonna spit, and I could give two shits about the Me Too or whatever situation. I can
Right.
spit too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
No,
and
you're
he's
right.
giving homage back. Yeah, I'll take my hat off to him. I
gotta
credit.
give him- I gotta
would
give him
say
respect.
thank you, but unfortunately, our mentality as far as the black community is, you can only get out of the hood if you are fast. You can sing, like you
If you
never
are an
taught
entertainer of some
entertainer
sort.
or sports. You don't hear of these individuals saying, "Yo, Dr. Ray Ray, that nigga was the G back in the days, nigga. Like, you didn't want to fuck with him."
That nigga could sew a
Yeah.
stitch like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
This
right
nigga
there.
doing the crib sign and snitching at the same time. You're not hearing that, but you're seeing it
Right.
from sports.
No.
So what they're
you're
doing
right.
is they're creating a box, or they're trying to tell you you can do this, but
So-
you can't do that. Just like I said, the greatest thing they did was put a library in the hood, because ain't nobody going there. It's free. You could go get any fucking information you want at the library. It's free, but niggas won't do it.
So it's up to us. It's what we perpetuate, is what we put out. It
Great.
always comes back.
Agreed.
I respect Russ for doing that shit.
Absolutely.
I hands down, and continue to say shit like that, because I think people need a check every now and then, especially them young motherfuckers. When if those people that will be able to sustain their value or last 2 or 3, 4 albums, they're gonna need a check. You know what I mean? But like, yo, you ain't been in the hood in a minute, bro. It's been about 4 years. We gotta stop talking about pushing these birds, because you out here fucking white girls. My nigga, I just want you to know, you in the hills with a Kardashian on your lap. So I don't know what the fuck it is.
Some fucking witches.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. So you're right. You know, much success to you. Was a good pull up. But I like it. I like that he keeps doing it. I think more of this shit needs to be said.
Absolutely.
Especially by our own too. You know, and you know what the sad part is? Because if Jay-Z came out and said this shit, everybody kill that motherfucker. That's
Well,
my
see,
opinion. I think that. I
see,
think it's
been
like,
on
yo,
his
my
own.
nigga, you was moving. I know, nigga, I don't do that no more.
One of the greatest comedian skits I've ever saw was this white man teamed up with a black dude, and his whole skit was around the N-word.
Had the black guy to say
Right,
nigga.
the black word to say it for him, and
Yeah.
it was fucking genius. So what I'm saying is, there are certain things we can't say as a culture
You right.
that you need someone else to say for you.
And you're right. And we definitely need to hear it. And this is definitely one of those things. Good looking, Russ. About time, man. Oh, man. So last but not least, Camilla Harris. She is in the middle of being debated to be the Democratic nomination for president. I brought this up after watching the debates. When he jumped on Joe, Sanders was there, looking crazy. She was there, Cory Booker. They all was sitting there, you know, building standouts for the night. She said something that really hit on me. You know, when she was talking, she jumped on Joe Biden talking about why did he vote against the busing for segregation, for desegregation, and he was like, I wouldn't vote against that. You know, she cut him off as he was trying to explain that. He only voted against it for the education, Board of Ed to control, not for segregation to exist. You know, everybody's been jumping on him in the news because he hung out with some segregationists. But you got to deal with the other side of the aisle. You know what I mean? Even if you're a black person, now think about it. Think about it. You're in politics here. You got to deal with the devil a lot.
Well,
Whatever the devil is. But now, hold on. Let me bring her in. She wanted to oh, girl. You know, I was one of those first kids to ride the segregation bus. To a desegregated area, you know, felt the way. She ran on it, and it hit me, and I was like, all throughout the motherfucking thing, they were talking about what's black. No, I'm asking what's black. Excuse me, I'm really thrown off at the this woman is of mixed race. As far as I know, these two races, they don't want to be black. Young lady, no, she's older than I. I'll give her respect. Miss Harris is here, born in 1964. She's the same age as my father.
Look good for her age.
That makeup do wonders, nigga. When you got that money, you know, she was out there, she was a prosecutor and shit. She was killing them. She is of Indian descent, and I don't mean Native American. Indian, and her father is Jamaican. Both high educated people. Her father taught at Stanford University. I think her mother did something else too. She has a sister. They look
Educational
two
background.
yeah, great. You know, she's a lawyer. All that. I'm not knocking anything from your educational background. I think at a time you were growing up, it was beneficial. And then when we just talking about beneficial to assume being black, you know, because I don't know how big the Indian population was back in the 70s and 80s.
Right. Real
Especially in
small.
the areas you were at in California. I mean, they may be big and popping, but as far as I know, they weren't like the numbers they are of today.
It wasn't like it was Mississippi, some shit like that.
As far as my lifetime, a lot of Jamaicans look down on niggas, American niggas.
Agreed.
Just knowing. I'm just saying. I'm not saying your daddy was one of them. I'm not saying your mommy was one of them. You know, well, we hate them, and you ain't them, and they ain't us, and they different. I hope not. I'll give you benefit of the doubt. You got treated the way that you looked. I had a baby picture. I wasn't going to give it to you. She looked like a little light-skinned baby. She looked like my mom's complexion. Pale, yellow, white, hair, string, you know, and done down here. You know you mixed with some. You was a little cute baby, you know. But it comes to me like, what's black? Or are you saying black now to mean as colored? A person of color. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. I'm not here to knock any of her politics. I think she's running on some good stuff. I know she did some good shit. She's a prosecutor. She couldn't do all of well. She had to go against some people, you know, and fight some laws that went on the books that she probably didn't like. That's neither here nor there. But what is black? You know, that's what it really hits me as. Just because your skin complexion, you know, you're tan. Yeah, your mama, she's not super dark, but she brown. Mama's brown, pretty. You know, your daddy dark. He looked like he fell off the boat. You know, whatever it is. But why are you going to try to get over on this? I don't want you to come in here talking about anything reparations. Corey was sitting there trying to talk about that for a bit.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
Obama
I'm sitting there.
Obama pulled the water over every nigga head.
He shut up real quick.
Yeah, he
We
did.
good. We
Like I said, unfortunately, these individuals would say whatever they want to get elected. And it's sad because me and Michelle was at the movie theaters this week. And they showed a clip of the new Olympic shit where Morgan Freeman is the president.
Right.
And the white couple next to us, the lady said, "Oh, God, not another black president."
Yeah. Damn, at a movie clip, you're like, homie, it's not even real
And a
life.
fucking movie clip. So it just goes to show, don't come in here trying to come on, like you said, I'm black, I'm this, I'm that. Just concentrate on your values, the things that you feel that you can make this country better at.
Thank you. I feel that's why the Democratic Party is losing.
But they've been losing for years. Anybody vote Democrat now is a dumbass.
Yeah.
They
You guys were all over the place, and everybody had one specific running point. The motherfuckers that stood out to me, Sanders, I like his running point, but I don't think he's gonna get no traction. Nobody fucking with him like that. Biden gonna get it. You know why he gonna get it? Because just like what you said, that person next to you said, there ain't one other black guy there. You know what I'm saying? And he's safe enough and white enough. Now, he walked the line. Of course. He from the
Well,
South. That
unfortunately, that's what you're
motherfucker, you
supposed
know
to
what I
do,
mean? Yeah.
It's
he from the
beneficial
South.
today.
Exactly. He walked the line. Good old Uncle Joe. I think he's gonna sweep on you. If I had to put money on it, I think he's gonna sweep on everybody. He still leads, even after he's been creepy touching bitches since '64. So I'm just saying here. I like this. Booker. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. For Booker to win, you're gonna have to destroy Camilla. You just backed her up on the tweet talking about she ain't got nothing to prove. I don't want her to prove any type of blackness. I'm not asking for her. I'm just saying, in the fairness of the world, of America, fuck the world, of America, but anytime you get an Indian person who's darker than I, or a lot of Jamaican people I know, not secondary American Jamaican, straight from the island of Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, will tell you 2 words of how they fucking different than any American who made it over here on the book. I ain't here to argue about what's what. But then when I hear people want to talk about reparations and should we do it, y'all want to have protocols on it and what's your opinions and thoughts and views, and I'm like, y'all don't give a fuck because technically y'all wouldn't be eligible for this shit, right?
But that's
That's just my thinking.
In order for a Democrat, because remember, Hillary couldn't.
Hey, Michelle, what's going on? We see you there.
Hillary couldn't benefit from that, so she had to come for something different, and then they lost.
So now I'm happy you said that. To me, this is the Hillary play. Remember, Hillary was on a Breakfast Club eating fucking hot sauce with fucking Charlemagne and shit.
Yeah, but she didn't.
This is
she couldn't
this is
run
a similar play.
Yeah, but she couldn't run on that. I did my ancestry DNA, and I'm 13%.
Oh, like the other girl. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
So-
half Chippewa.
Yeah.
nigga.
So from that standpoint, this young lady being a darker complexion,
Right.
looking like, okay, she does have some blackness in her.
Oh, the hands down. Yeah.
So then, all right, we can let her run with it because, again, it's what worked last time with Obama. And I can tell you right now, I could walk up on about 1,000 black people, and they couldn't even tell you what Obama ran with. What was his policies? All they knew was he was black, and the nigga mentioned reparations, so every black person thought they was about to get fucking paid.
Yo, he didn't give a fuck. He was like,
He
yeah,
did
we
give
here.
a fuck.
Like,
He
all right,
did.
yeah, we got it.
He
We got it.
mentioned it once or twice, and it got ran with. He never mentioned it again.
Yeah.
And he talked about how it was going to be better. And yes, he did make America better.
Yes.
He got us out of a lot of the debt that we were in, but he did not do anything specifically for the black community.
What's up, D Hollow? We see you there, man.
What's good, man?
Biden, yeah, I think Biden got it. I think, hands down, he's still leading. As you said, after he was creepy touching people, and they're all over the place. You got these 2 black people, they're going to have to go at it. And Sanders, I mean, Sanders talks real because he about to be dead in like 2 days. But as old as his ass is, I can't knock him, you know what I mean? Whatever
Niggas
it
be
is.
running to be his vice president. That
Yeah,
nigga's gonna
yeah.
die
He
real
flat out
soon.
said he was gonna raise taxes. He was like, "Yo, I want all the schools to be free." Now, how you gonna? Somebody was like, "Yeah, but you gotta raise the taxes." He's like, "Yeah, but in the long run, you gonna be look." That's the most. That's the
Honest
smartest thing and honest thing to come out and say that you're gonna raise taxes for.
But just
All your universities will be fucking free.
But that's the thing. They don't want that.
No, not
Because
at
if
all.
you got
schools are business.
Pookie and Ray Ray and them, you get enough of them hood niggas say, you know what? I want some education.
Right.
I want to come up with a better way
You
to make my own fucking cokes. I want to be a chemist. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Exactly.
do this. Fuck, I can make liquid fucking cocaine. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? So they want to keep
Right.
certain people and things. Like I said, library's fucking free. Ain't nobody going in it, but everybody in that motherfucking liquor store hanging out.
You right about yeah. Oh, the 7-Eleven.
You know what I'm
God
saying?
damn.
Yeah. So, like I said, all the education or anything we need is still in every community. But unfortunately, our parents ain't saying, all right, well, you can rock the Xbox. You can rock the PS4 after you spend 3 hours doing this and doing that in the library, whether they're working 12 jobs or not.
You're right. That's a lot of home touch stuff. I really have to. I want to keep it similar to what it is. I don't know. People go to the library for free Wi-Fi. D. Hollis said.
Dead serious.
They do.
Dead serious. But like I said, everything is at your fingertips.
I don't understand how, in this day and age, if they say black people are 13% of America, that our 13% keep allowing shit like this to happen. You know, everybody wants to be black until it's not cool anymore.
So a black situation comes up.
Yeah, to the words out of my mouth. Some shit go down. Well, you know, me being Indian and over in, Gujarat, where I'm really from my mama's side, we just don't do that in my household.
Watch Indian, nigga. Not watch California.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? They'll be like, wait, bitch, you was from Oakland, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What happened? You was just gangbanging, talking about Pac was the shit, right? Oh, nah. My daddy said I could never.
You did a story a couple of years ago about the black guy who wanted to run for mayor. And
Which
he,
one?
He wanted to run for mayor. He wanted to do some nice things, whatever. They gave a nigga a couple of dollars and he disappeared. Your peoples. But I like what he did, the way he did it, because I always tell you people this. You can't give me a fucking millionaire and tell me that millionaire knows what it's like now to struggle.
No.
Like that Ben Carson nigga, that nigga worth a couple of fucking mil. That nigga got a country club. That nigga ain't never been to the Fourth. He ain't had to go buy no Lucy's.
He can't spell HUD. He don't be trying to see the houses. He don't be doing
stop
none of that.
allowing these millionaires to tell you they feel your fucking pain.
I say it all the time. She doesn't look like she came from a super poverty background.
Hell no.
I'm looking at her old pictures. She ain't missed no meals. She ain't dirty. Everybody look good, like the clean 70s. She not in like mismatched outfits like, the dirty 70s was, and you was wearing some shit.
What's your other saying? She didn't see another black person till she went to college. That's what that was.
You know what?
She was the only black person.
You know what? She may have been real close to that white side of Oakland. I don't know. I'm just saying. And being in that mixed thing, Ben Carson sounds like he has a white mother. He wish he did. I guarantee.
Well, no, like I said, you clean up, man. Like I tell you, you get out of the hood, you start living that good life. You're a brain surgeon, a heart surgeon. I forgot what he's one of those, but
yeah,
you making
a neurologist,
dudes make some serious fucking money. You worth a couple of mil. Yeah. And like we talked about earlier, Wayne raised up in the hood, but at the age of 9, the nigga started having money in his pocket.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, his life was saved by a white man, literally.
Yeah.
So his mindset
is different. So, wouldn't I say, what do you say, Beetlejuice? Oh, are you trying to say Buddha Judge? I don't know. I could have been Buddha Judge. But I'll get on his monkey ass in a minute. But when it comes back to her, I get you, Harris. I get it. I don't want you to come out and say this shit. You want to be. To me, it feels like you're doing that Hillary run. This is your version of hot sauce until shit gets bad. In all honesty, I'm not knocking any of politics. You're probably the best candidate for America, to be honest. But I'm just saying, that's what the fuck is appearing like it's running on me.
They'll never elect a woman, ever.
You know what? I saw too many white ladies go against Hillary.
Just because
she was a woman. And I was like, damn, I thought y'all would have slayed the motherfucking black guy for that shit. I was like, yo, just because she was a woman.
Look at
you make a strong point.
Where we're at. Where we're at, it's a blue-collared law. It's religious.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, it's good. So when they had the Super Bowl in the tri-state area, they were trying to push that old ways out just to generate some more money.
You're right.
For the area.
You're right.
And these motherfuckers are so stuck in their ways, they said, fuck no. Now, even though it probably would have bought a couple of more $1 million
hands
just
down.
by opening it up just for that
situation. One day. Yeah,
that
exactly.
One weekend,
just that one weekend.
That one weekend would have generated a couple more $1 million. These people are stuck in their ways. So for those old white ladies telling you they won't vote for a woman,
they mean that
woman,
shit.
And she was white, is because of the mentality they were raised with.
You
Stay
right.
in a woman's place.
You're right. So what they're gonna do about a black woman or a dark woman? They ain't gonna run for you. They ain't gonna vote for you.
I mean, she'll get some traction.
No, hands down. She got enough traction to get
she'll
that
be
run.
his biggest fight, and then it'll come down.
I don't know.
So
See,
who's Obama's gonna back?
For her to be his biggest fight, she's on the path. If she keeps arguing this way, I was bust, and it was this
attacked
way.
his ass already. She let you know
She had to stand out
Yeah, she
somewhere
gotta
on the
stand
thing. She gonna have to kill Corey, and this what the hell? You get what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be like, look, can't two black motherfuckers up in here. What are we gonna do? Who gonna kill me?
You know these movies, there's one black cast
That's it.
in the entire movie. You trying to do two, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Doing way too motherfucking much.
And I think you're gonna take the L on it. So she gonna have to put his ass down.
She'll be his biggest runner because she's already got
think
us
so.
talking about him. She's already caused a massive wave, a splash. So she'll be his biggest. He'll win on outright, but unless he slip up or she finds some extra dirt on him, she'll give him a good run until the end.
I think for the most he was clean, and I think that's why Obama picked him.
And then-
I'll be honest. I think for Biden, I think for the most he was pretty clean. That touchy feely shit that he does with the people, it's new age for the Me Too. But
Yeah.
that's an old
Yeah.
Southern tradition. Come here, boy. You know, and hug you or grab you or something like that. And I can't tell you how many old women done did that to me. You know what I'm saying? They're touchy, for lack of a better term. It's
Like I
with
say,
it.
it's the way they were raised, the way they were brought up.
Right.
And if she continues to fight him like that, what's going to happen is once she loses to him, he's
Yeah.
going to bring her on his team. You saw what Obama did to Clinton. He like, all right, bitch, I got you, but I need Bill to touch me now.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton
Bill's
still
that nigga.
Bill Clinton still that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I need Bill's approval, so I'm gonna bring you on in here on the staff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a great title to where it's not meaningless. I'm gonna give you something important. So when
yeah.
I decide to step down, you can
You
run
run it
in.
in, yeah.
So she's gonna fight him. She fighting for a position. That's what she's doing. She gonna fight him. She gonna lose, and then she gonna be on this nigga staff.
I get it, but I don't know. I think that's probably it may end up, but her fighting like this is just really killing me. And for somebody to just come up and be black one day and 1 minute when they want to choose, this is totally Dolezal.
I mean, it was
This
like
is the Dolezal. I'm black when I want to be.
Yeah.
Oh shit got rough. Let me take this shit out my them black people be
who got the Vaseline. Take the
yeah. Oh
earrings
my
out.
God, I've never been this shocked in my life.
I just don't want it to get as bad as Obama and Hillary. That got really bad, to where a lot
That
of them
did
had
get
to
bad.
step in, and that's the one time I can see almost every single Democratic representative was like, "All right, whoa."
If she keeps running on this desegregation, this non-desegregation thing that he clearly pushed. You know, he was with for desegregation, but he just they wanted it done a certain way.
Well, like you said,
and nobody's saying
you
the
gotta take
details.
an inch to go a mile
Right,
or whatever. Yeah,
right. But nobody's saying the specific details about
Right.
how they're being bust and who's busting who. That never comes up. It's gonna be rough. So we're gonna see how that shit plays out or who it comes. She's gonna have to kill Corey in a bad way. It's not gonna be unless he drops out.
he'll drop
Which
out. What-
knowing him, he probably will bow out, and then I'll be like, "Nigga, why you run?"
Well,
That's
a lot
exactly
of
what
these-
it's gonna be like. Why you
Well, I
run?
mean, just like I always tell people, if you to put $1,000 that the president we have now would be the president, you'll be a gazillionaire. Because the odds of him winning the presidency were that low. But he was very smart. He ran on something what a lot of people wanted to talk about, and that was a lot of illegals taking American jobs. And for a little part, black people weren't as we weren't as niggerish as this other shit. We took a back seat. Now it was all these Mexicans and all this shit and that shit.
In a small time, they are now 8% of America. And that's what they have counted. There's a whole big push about how to change the census so they can get true numbers of who's what and where. Because the shit don't see. You see black people in spots and populations.
Yeah.
You can still go to a lot of motherfucking places in America, and
Well,
I
that's
mean
what
a
them
lot,
people did.
and not see a nigga in sight.
They'll show up in the summertime.
Right.
They'll drop off the paper, and they ask you to do your honest thing. How many people's living
Yeah.
here, this and that, and that's how they judge how many black people's in this area, how many black.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you'll never get the truth of that, and this is why.
Nope.
Jewish people don't want to watch their own kids.
You stupid.
I say, you'll always see a Jamaican watching their motherfucking kids. You know what I'm saying? These other motherfuckers, these niggas ain't doing their own lawns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just how certain things are going to be. You could build, Trump could say all this shit he want. You
Yeah.
go to this motherfucker's businesses. There's motherfucking Mexicans in the motherfucking kitchens. There's Mexicans cleaning the motherfucking rooms.
There's Mexicans, Muslims, and what's the other stereotype? I forgot. Whatever it is that have management positions in his business. That have what's the names in the tout. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, as a job, they got a fair shake. They got a fair shake. So, without any college degrees, some are legals and now they're illegals. They got somewhat of a fair shake. I'll call it a fair shake. You make the decision on how fair it was, but they got a fair shake. So. It's different. Now, Buttigieg, if you want to sit here and talk about him, the guy from Malta, he's my age. Fair enough. 35, 36. He didn't even say shit in a motherfucking in a debate that really kicked off. He ran on a specific type of thing. I said she ran on I'm black. I went to the Breakfast Club. I'm black. I listened to
I like
Tupac.
fried chicken, nigga.
But that's why I called her the Hillary.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Until shit gets shaky, she gonna be all parts of India, nigga. Oh, I don't even eat meat, nigga. Fuck out of here. Word bond.
Goddamn
While y'all
eat
watch.
fish.
Yeah, y'all watch.
Think with that focaccia bread.
What type of dough is this, nigga? What type of dough?
Yeah.
Buttigieg ran on I'm gay, I'm smart, and I was in the military. It's a hard thing to run on when the guy in the motherfucking White House was shitting on the military people and continuously shitting on the military.
It never happened.
Right.
Not in the United States. A woman will never be president, and you'll never see nothing against, but you'll never see a gay president ever.
I don't know about ever, but I know about now.
Ever. These old
Yeah.
listen, you got 6 gazillion black, Spanish, motherfucking people in the military, and there's probably 1 or 2 motherfucking generals. We're the majority now in the military,
Yeah.
minorities, but you got 1 or 2 motherfucking generals. All the other motherfuckers is white. You'll never see
All the high-ranking
Yeah.
staff is
All
mostly
white.
white. Mostly white. Oh, yeah. All of them.
That's mathematically impossible.
So, to go on Buttigieg again, Michelle, that was a specific run for him.
Probably had
Okay,
great
it
values
was
and
cute.
views.
Yeah, for regular folks.
Yeah,
for regular folks, it looks great.
But these
And his policies, but you know what fucked him was that officer shooting in his town. They shot a black kid in his town, and then he was talking to a mother, and she. I think the whole context of the video was off because they snipped it from a 10-second clip, so you don't get the whole ending. And she was like, "You ain't gonna get my vote," and he was like, "I'm not looking for your vote." But I think it was in the context of that meeting because he was
Right.
talking about the shooting.
right.
Yeah, nigga, I'm not trying to campaign right now. This motherfucker just got
Yeah.
shot. He shot the black kid. Yeah. Let me cut the campaign off.
Or
and
say
take care
taking
of
out
this
of
shit.
content. You know what I mean?
I think it was taken out of
yeah.
context, but the fact that it exists, the fact that he can't hold his own against her, he can't hold his own against Bernie, he can't hold his own a damn sure against Biden. Forget about it.
Yeah.
And he ain't holding the light to Corey. If he can't knock those 4 out the blue, and he's just a mayor of a town, he's never gonna make it. He's never gonna make it.
He'll get to governor, and I think from his standpoint, he's just mayor.
He's just
from
a mayor.
his standpoint, he might have not even wanted to do the presidency. It's just get my face out there, get my name.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes people are picked
Yeah.
to run, and they know they're not gonna win, and they're
But
gonna
I'm
get a
my-
higher step.
Get my name out
Yep.
there. More people are going to be talking about me. They're going to be paying attention to me.
Yeah.
They'll see a lot of the good things I did. So now I go to mayor, senator, congressman.
It's like that guy Beto O'Rourke.
Oh, did he?
Okay, you had Beyonce shot you out, but then it was just like that shit fizzled out
Yeah.
and died completely. You have to look at these things. Sometimes people are chosen. sometimes people are picked and looked on and stuff like that. Right now, Camilla look like she looking for a Beyonce ticket. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, and I'm not knocking you from being a mixed race, I believe all mixed babies are fine. I don't care where you come from. But when you start to claim certain cultures or backgrounds that you can easily back out of,
She did it early too.
you get what I'm saying?
Way
Yeah.
early. She did it way early.
Yeah. So in the meanwhile, I think you need to be real clear. Like Bernie was real clear. I'm gonna raise taxes, but it's gonna benefit you guys doing that. You should be like, I'm colored. I'm colored. I'm not black. I'm colored.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because hands down, I'm waiting for somebody to tear you apart. And if Corey was an ass or wanted to be, get up on everything,
But
he would tear you apart. He ain't gonna
As
do
a
it.
Democrat, you're
He's
not
not
going to
gonna do
sit
it.
there and attack another person
He's not.
for their blackness because, one, you
No.
need those. Well, you want Obama to, co-sign you. But then again, you still need Clinton to back you because he's still the man out there. When
Obama
it
didn't
comes
even
to-
back Biden, and that's his boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, he waiting for the smoke to clear. Whoever stick out, because he don't want to look like a fool. Whoever stick out,
He's a genius when it comes. Hey, he got a lawyer background.
Yeah.
He's a genius. He's going to see who could benefit his financial purse in the long run.
yeah,
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
And then he's going to pick. I think he might back her.
I don't know. I think he's gonna back Biden once Biden gets the nomination, and I know Biden's gonna end up probably with the nomination at the end, and then he gonna come out and hand the black vote
So
to
let me
that
ask,
motherfucker.
let me ask you a question. If Obama backs her,
He ain't black.
would,
I mean,
would it cause enough of a ripple for her to take Biden out?
it would. Honestly, I think it would. But he's no fool because he knows we're going to lose the grand scheme of things. And the only person who has enough clout in all the days, the way the country is sitting, the way the media is sitting the country, I'm going to not the way the country is sitting, everything that you see, all these white supremacists approaching, all these other places, all these other racial shit that's popping up out of the blue, you're going to need another white guy to smooth shit out because you need to steal those red votes.
So you couldn't do the whole like what's name did? I'm gonna give me a white vice president.
Her?
Yeah. Oh, I can get me. I get me a white
Biden?
dude.
That's what. What's your,
Well,
she
he's not
pull
gonna do
Biden
it, but
again?
she could get the. I forgot the other name you talked about.
Oh, Buttigieg?
Not Buttigieg, the other guy. Guys, the one you said
Beto?
that could have attacked her, but he didn't.
No, I'm talking about Cory Booker. That's a black on black. Cory Booker is.
No, I'm saying that the one you said that could have attacked her, but he didn't. Was that Booker?
You talking about Bernie Sanders? Old Bernie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like just like all right to get.
Tiff, what up? We see you, Tiff.
What's good, young lady? To get this particular type of vote, like you said, like the whole Obama did. He said, "All right, I can't go black on black because I'll lose out. So I'll get something that's touchable, or like that movie that came out, that Vice shit, where you had
Whoever gets that's touchable, I think in my heart of hearts would have to be a white man to lead.
right.
So we would have to have Biden's the only one with the reputation to take it.
Right.
That's going to stand a chance against Trump, to be honest.
Well, no one's reelecting this nigga. So I mean,
Right, but that's the
I
only
won
dude's gonna
against him
stand
and
a
win,
chance.
so it's not gonna happen.
But that shit.
But they're just trying to make sure they
Right. So
they get someone that people say like
whoever,
before.
yeah, whoever, if Biden was to turn around and be like, Camilla, let's do this, and you gonna come on my second,
Diallo.
what he said, Obama's will back Biden, and Biden will make Obama his vice president. We wish that's possible, but that ain't gonna be that.
Nigga, Obama got like 20 years back, nigga. Did you see those before and after
Yeah.
photos? That nigga got an extra.
He got rid of
pepper
all his
step.
grades. That
Yeah.
nigga's like, yo, nigga, my shit can root back.
Nigga, I'm good right now.
Exactly.
Like, just so I think it's very stressful, and I think
is.
the fact that he will always be popular because he was the first minority.
Right, but
You know what I mean?
Everybody thinks he's gonna handle the black vote. So whoever gets picked, they think Obama's gonna come through and be like, "Here's the black key to the city, nigga. You got all 13% locked down."
But that's what like
No.
I don't want to get hit with that wool over the head like Obama did. And I got nothing against him but everyone.
All she giving is wool over the head,
Yeah.
dude. Like I said, I don't know if she black or does she mean she colored. And you know how I feel about the colored word. You know, I've said this time and time again. There's a big distinction difference. Because the moment some black shit goes down, just like you said, she gonna go back to her Indian and Jamaican roots. And she gonna be like
I
Jamaica.
agree.
Yeah. She gonna be like Jamaica ain't got nothing to do with nothing in the South, California. No. I just grew up there. You get what I'm saying? And she has the possibility to revert back to those roots compared to somebody else who been like, yo, man, I'm third generation slave. My grandpappy was Great Wilson, who was the
I
master.
actually heard the whip crack one day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's sad that, we're looking at the aspect of actual descendants instead of the values that's going to make America safe. And I say that America, I'm not saying black people, because I think they trick us into thinking about black this, black that.
That's a way of
Black
separating
this.
us. Yes, yeah.
A way of separating us
Hands
instead
down.
of worrying
Hands
more
down.
about
a unity.
a unity. Like I said earlier, when our Eric Garner got choked out, it was as many people laying down on 42nd Street as it was black people laying down.
But see, that's what the Democratic Party is going to lose. I'm going to be honest. The Democratic Party is going to lose because they're not telling her. She could have a chance to take the nomination. I don't know if she's going to take Trump with the nomination. But she could have a chance to take that if she comes out, in my opinion, says, yo, let's build together. I'm of colored, meaning I know what the Spanish plight is from being in California. I know what the black plight is from my Jamaican daddy. I know what these Indian people go through when they come in here for course of the thing. You understand what I'm saying?
I experienced the different
She can
aspects.
try to bring us all together at that one point and then explain we all need to be one American nation. I don't know how far it's going to
She'll
get.
win against Trump because Trump will say something sexist during it and it'll destroy his campaign.
Niggas going to forget about it. They're going to be like, don't even worry about that. It's
But
Trump.
I think if she has the best values, and I always say from this standpoint, when it comes to the presidential,
I see you holler. Michelle might tell Barack to take the presidential position.
Be less
'cause it's less stressful. Oh,
Because
man.
for a while, a lot of people were saying Michelle was going to run. And I was like, you out your everlasting
She
mind.
ain't doing it.
She don't want no parts of that shit.
She ain't doing that.
She don't want no parts of that.
She ain't doing it because you know what it is? It's very hard for a woman of color to go through. We all forget they really shitted on Hillary. Those numbers, fuck what they said. Those numbers were atrocious, especially when all the big station polls had that bitch leading like 99.99999.
Well, see, that's the difference between
Yeah.
when we always say what we talked about on your show a lot for the last couple of years. Your vote counts when it's local.
Yeah.
When it comes to the presidency, your individual vote does not count.
Why do you think they all go to
And
Iowa?
they call electoral
Yes.
votes. So depending on the state you in, depending on how many electoral votes you got, because let's be honest, if you took every single vote in the United States, they voted for Hillary, but the electoral votes was
Right.
Trump. So as an individual, it's different.
That's-
Electoral votes fucks your vote up.
And that's how they want it to be. And that's how you fuck up counties.
Well, I mean, at the end of the 1% would never win if they make it fair to where you would just be able to vote.
No, but they don't want it. That's what I said. They don't want it to be fair because they want to keep it controlled. And if you see how they split up districts to where the shit is, you have like a red district right in the middle of a blue area. And like, nigga, how they down in the 4th Ward talking about they red, nigga? They shit just don't make sense. But
Only shit red there is flags. nigga.
exactly, exactly. But that's the way the system is set up to work against it. Even Trump said that when he came out swinging. This is a rigged system. This is a bullshit system. He won. He was like, oh, you ain't got no problems with it. But that's it.
I always say the one person I've always remembered, especially young growing up, who I think his name was Ross Perot, that billionaire
Oh, with the big ears.
who always wanted to run.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had the greatest values.
Damn,
but
nigga, I was in grade school.
his problem was he wasn't affiliated with nobody.
yeah.
And that's how this judicial system is set up. It's all about scratching backs. And who owes what and how can I benefit from this?
Yeah.
Like I always say in New York City where what's his name wanted to be the mayor. Why the fuck would a billionaire want to be mayor? because he want to build some more fucking shit.
He got New York on lock. That shit is Bloomberg
Yeah.
City, nigga. Fuck that. Everything
That
you
nigga
go.
smart as hell. I'll do it for $1 because I'm about to get this $100 billion for setting
laugh.
up all this construction
Construction, yeah.
and all this shit through my back offices and through my hookups, and now you can have it.
The shit worked. The shit worked. You know, at the end of the day, the shit worked. I don't know what it is, but to close it out with Camilla, I like some of your views. I don't think you're bad as a person. I'm not taking anything away from you. You know, when I hear that that busing story and it made you cry, I'm sure it did cry. I'm sure that shit was a effed up time. They ain't like nothing of color coming into the white neighborhood. And you all love color. Your hair thick.
Not even vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. Your hair thick, your brown tone. You're a pretty little brown. You're a beautiful woman. I'm not saying to take anything away from you. But at the end of the day, they don't want that shit there. So getting on a bus, going there, that shit was probably scary as hell. You know, when people get the hell out of here, nigga. You get the nobody was asking what type of nigga you was. Oh, you only half a nigga. Okay, you can come on Wednesdays and Fridays.
You could go to night school.
Yeah. No, that shit didn't work like that. I get you.
You come in after 5.
Right, I get you. You know what I mean? And I see you out here fighting for everything you can. Go ahead and fight your fight. You know, I 110% believe it. But at the same time, I would just like it to be honest, you know, because at the end of the day, I don't want to ever hear you tell a story of how you wasn't, you know, 100% black, and matter of fact, you actually Jamaican and Indian, and you don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? You grew up in Oakland, and that's about whatever it is, and I don't even know how true you was with the niggas.
Back in those days, it was a lot better. Than
I'm
it is
sure it
now.
was. I'm sure it was. Because I looked at your pictures and the shit didn't look as grimy as it did now.
Nigga,
But
every lawn had grass. Nigga,
yeah. That's all.
Them shits wasn't bald.
I'm not taking nothing from you. You know, you're an educated woman. You from there, and I think your policies may work. But at the end of the day, I just don't want you to have a position to fall out back of when you be like, man, you know, I ain't never been that. I ain't never this, or whatever it is, and you
Start
trying to run on that platform.
backtracking, yeah.
I don't want to see it. We ain't want to see it from Hillary. We ain't want to see it from anyone else. You know, I think people were mad when fucking Obama did it. So, you know, when he backtracked and everybody thought they were going to get paid. But shit, who knows?
That nigga ain't promise y'all shit.
No, sure did. You know, so just be careful and mindful of what you're going to do. They're going to pick who's best for the party to go against Trump. Unfortunately, some white people will mix. Some white people who really don't like Trump will only vote for another white person. So it's tough.
Like you said, her importance would be her vice president if she gets to that point.
Oh, yeah.
And letting Biden get in there, then he would be able to do a black.
But yeah.
Like he would be able to bring Uncle Tom ass Carlson up in that motherfucker as his vice president.
Listen, exactly. On that note, we're going to get up out of here. Peoples, thank you for being here. Tiff, D, Holla, Michelle, we see you. Thank you for being here. Truth, thank you for being here, sir.
Always.
We get out here Sunday night, man. You know it is Jeff Shears Show, Truth Vibe TV. We up out of here.